Are we
Now
tracking
we're on.
audio? Okay. So one of the things that came up, not with us, but in the world of gaming is, and I was talking to Charlie about this earlier, is people are saying, well, games apparently have a seduction mechanic, and is basically taking away consent away from NPCs and PCs and this kind of thing. My immediate response was, okay, which games, which worlds, name the systems, and everyone was like, well, okay, it's not really a seduction mechanic, it's persuasion or rapport or all these other things. And I'm like, okay, but that's not that. And the big thing is, if it comes down to a dice roll taking away consent, that's kind of falling into the lap of the GM more. However, for those who disagree with me and out there, I forgot we bought this as a lark. There's a module for D&D
way back
when. It's called Naughty and Dice, where you not only stat out your regular Dungeons and Dragons character, you stat out their sexual profile. So effectively, if you want to seduce somebody, you have to make all the, and it comes with attributes and flaws, and it is so crunchy and in depth. You might as well be fighting in Helm's Deep in order to pull this off. Like, if you really want to punish people for going in that direction.
I will say you've used that book twice, both for STDs.
Yeah.
Things we have to worry about in our game.
I love how you didn't want to start the conversation about anal bleaching, but you not brought that up.
Yeah.
I am not the one who brought up the sex.
Yeah, no. And Frank, if you can see this, you played the character very well. Okay. So, it's been 2 weeks. Lots been going on. So
lots has been going on. Christmas has been had for those who celebrated this year.
Yeah. And okay, so I'm going to be kicking us off.
Refresher from last game.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a refresher here, and then I'm going to give you a refresher again. So when we last left our intrepid heroes, they kind of did the cardinal sin of splitting the party, which strangely is working for them. Mariah's character Lucas, along with Zed, Mix, and Raven, and Magnus. No, Magnus was not with them. They found Magnus.
He kind of was.
He kind of was. Ended up going to the Undermarket through some very bizarre train carriages, and ended up in a place called the Leviathan's Brothel, which is effectively a large bar in the Undermarket, populated by various denizens, and it just seems like there's that perfect someone for everyone, and people seem kind of really happy. There's a beautiful stage there. They do jazz music. The cocktails are excellent, and people just seem to be having a really, really good time. However, there seems to be something very insidious about what's going on.
There seems to be. No, we've already figured out that the payment is that the bar eats you.
Yeah, the bar does eat you. We figured that out. The characters, kind of not as much, but they're working it through. The reason for the going to the Undermarket was what, Mariah?
Getting upgraded instruments for magical instruments for, the competition going on.
Yeah. And what do you need to win this competition?
As in, why does my character care?
Yeah.
Or, well, music is kind of Lucas's big thing.
Big ass contract.
I was getting to it next.
Okay.
But yeah, one of the prizes is basically a contract with a fairly large company.
Okay. Also, first competition, we'll be getting into that. Charlie's character Declan ended up going to visit the mansion of former mafioso leader Don.
No, it's the current one, because it's the spousal battle,
It's
right?
Rafe. Let me do this, please. It was Anthony, and then it became Rafe because the patriarch died during a botched raid that Rafe kind of screwed up. And over there, he ended up helping some Fey ladybugs discovering a pocket dimension portal uh, inside the place, and effectively was able to reunite one long lost lover ladybug with 6 potential candidates who wanted to eat him.
As you do.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah. And was given the task as the mom took the kid out to basically quote unquote deal with Rafe in the short term. Did I miss anything critical from that?
I did get a gift from the Fae ladybug, whom I made the deal with to get him effectively played, who gave me a fairly large pearl that was kind of squishy, like a bath bomb, but it would allow me to look like anyone for a few short hours.
Yeah.
So I made use of the giant bathtub in the ridiculously large mansion, and I dropped it in there, and I came out looking like aforementioned dead mafia boss.
So the camera does a 360-degree spin around this large condo complex. It's glass, it's steel, it's a postmodern architectural abomination. The kind of people who really think that, that Starbucks was a great idea in the 90s because they bought stock early. And as you kind of descend, you see that this condo complex kind of has a large divot in the center of it because they weren't able to buy up this one property, so they just kind of built around it. And it's this little stone cottage, something you'd see kind of on the rural landscape of England. It's rough-hewn stone, the roof has seen better days, it's got a crooked chimney, and you can see the smoke kind of wafting out. So the people who on the top floor who spent the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for the view of the city, get a view of the black smoke coming up from this little cottage on a regular basis. I wouldn't say that the owner is spiteful. God damn, is he spiteful. So camera kind of goes around and you see people milling about, doing condo things, making dinner, talking to people, doing Pilates class, but then it kind of slowly descends and you see the camera kind of getting this red wooden door and it swings open. And sitting at right beside the fireplace is this old kind of wizened gentleman with long kind of curly silver hair, and he's got like these large, not overcoats, but sort of like the shawls from way back in the day, like in the 40s and the 50s. That was the big thing, to have shawls where you light the fire so you can do your reading and still be comfortable. He doesn't just have one; he's got about 7 or 8 different ones, and you can see that they're all hand done. And sorry, what was that?
Does that feel like I'm being made fun of with my blankets wrapped around me?
No, not at all. And he's kind of leaning back at the fire. He gets up, goes over to the bookcase, pulls out this big, black, thick leather book. This thing looks like it's been weather beaten and has seen much better years than this. Puts it down on the table. There's a resounding thud as dust kind of flies off the table. Pulls it open, and just as he does, his young companion steps through the door. Looks at him and he's like, "You're back. Oh, took a little too long this time. Little too long. Yes, long. Sit. There's much to tell. You left in the middle of the story. We're not caught up, you see." And he says something inaudible, and the man just kind of turns to him and scowls, licks his finger and flips over his page. "Well, not all stories are the same, don't you know? For starters, Lucas doesn't know the path he's on right now. Oh, no, sir. He doesn't know. He is inside the belly of the beast as we speak."
Pretty sure I know that.
And please don't interrupt. And the camera actually swoops in, and you actually see Lucas kind of in the Leviathan's brothel, and he's talking to Magnus. He's kind of shooing him away, and Zeta's there, like, getting, Lucas's attention, and they're having a conversation. But as the old man starts to speak, you see that everybody there, with the exception of Lucas, is having a really good time. That's it, the Leviathan's brothel. Most people think it's a rumor, it's a myth relegated to fairy tale, but I tell you, it is a real place. And the danger is twice as real. For what's worse than finding what one doesn't, but than finding what one does and risk losing it. And you hear that, and he flips over to the next page, and our friend, Declan, well, let's just say not everybody who gets out of a bath has been baptized, so to speak. Oh, he came out a man completely different than when he went in. And you see the camera, and it's like, you know, Declan's looking in the mirror, and he doesn't look like Declan. He looks like this older, refined gentleman with the silver across the temples, and actually for somebody probably pushing in their early 70s, actually well-defined muscle. He's aged well, and he's got like that nice white terry cloth bathrobe with the gold monogram on it, and he's kind of doing the thing. He's not the man he was this morning. No, sir, he was not. But he was given a special quest by a young girl to deal with the man who killed her grandpapa. And that's just where we start. And he's like, oh. And then he says something else. He's like, the kid says something else. He says, but there's more. You see, while they're doing this, the city of Arden is not quite what it was when they left. And you see the camera kind of going down near the culinary school where you guys were a couple episodes ago. And there's a young student, and he's short, dark hair, nice jacket, walking past Williams, the security guard, just kind of gives him a, hey neighbor. Williams waves to him, and as the guy's walking, he's kind of going down an unfamiliar alley, and just like the light starts to kind of drain out of the alley, and the background, and along with it, the color. And he starts getting a little bit nervous, walks faster, and it's almost like he can hear something in the distance. There's a flash of lightning, and in front of him is this large guy, and he's wearing like it looks like a rain slicker from our vantage point. And he raises a hand, and the hand's missing, and there's what appears to be a scythe attached to where that left hand would be. And there's just a splash of black blood across the one brick wall. And the scene kind of segues into police tape being strung up across the apartment complex next to where your apartment is.
Oh, yay.
And they're actually pulling out several of the elderly residents that you would know. Women in their 80s, their 90s, and each one is on a gurney and has a big grin from cheek to cheek with the teeth clenched, and they're missing their eyes. And you can see the detectives really disconcerted, and you can see that the ambulance and the paramedics are just absolutely baffled by this. And at first it's 1, it's 2, and then about 6 later, the camera kind of zooms out. As it does, you see Roy and Lewis. There's a door that shatters, and Roy goes head over heels through it. And standing in front of the doorway is a trio of nightmares. They've got very elongated features, wide eyes, like you can just see the flames emanating out from them. They're dressed in suits that would basically be like probably more than most people would earn in a year, and anyone looking at them would know that they're roses. And Lewis is just kind of pulling Roy up, and you can see his lying like teeth just bared and his claws extending. And then we see them through his perspective, and each one of them has this large red imp riding on their backs with chains and flesh hooks dug into the Rose's eyes and their tendons. So they're pulling back from the seethers as far as that goes. And you've got the first, you would know this, and you would know this because you've met Lewis. There's something very primal about his energy at that, but you can also see that look of he's not sure if they're going to get through this fight. And that's when you just hear the roar. And just as that roar kind of emanates in the background out of the book, we find ourselves in the Leviathan brothel in the Undermarket. You okay, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. You just gave a look, so it's like...
Sorry, it's just... The intros have been going kind of long.
Yeah. So, in 2 weeks, we're catching up.
Yeah.
So, Magnus is there, and he's talking to like, the guy is probably well over 6 foot, nice groomed beard, chiseled muscle, and he's just kind of hanging on Magnus's every word. And the funny thing about this is they're talking about what appears to be like axe throwing. And Magnus is like, yeah, I get the underhook, I'll let it go, but it's like my aim is always tilting to the left, and the other guy's like, okay. Well, I find, and he starts giving them pointers, and you can just see the energy off of them. Young nymph comes by, and she's like the translucent blue a lot of the other workers here are. She offers Zed a cocktail, and he picks up like a flute champagne, and Raven is still kind of sitting at a table by herself because she's trapped in slow-mo land. And Mix is...
managed to make it in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And Mix is there, and Mix is talking to 2 or 3 different patrons. One is very androgynous. You're not sure which. The other you think is...
When we left, she was talking to one that basically looked like a blue clone of herself.
Yeah, I was getting to that one. One who's kind of aquatic looking, and the other one who looks very, very similar to herself. And the weird thing is, the music is starting to pick up, and it is just mesmerizing. And you can see Magnus's eyes light up, and he turns to the guy. He's like, "Do you want to?" He's like, "I thought you would never ask." He hooks one arm just under, like behind his waist, grabs the other hand, and they hit the dance floor. And they were doing like the classical style ballroom dancing, and they're just light as air. And eventually everybody, not everybody else, but a lot of other people are starting to kind of join in, leaving you at the table with kind of...
Okay. Definitely interrupting Zed when he grabs the champagne and goes to sit down.
Okay.
Not a good idea, you know that.
He's like, I wasn't gonna drink it. Not an idiot, but hey, free is free, am I right? This place is amazing.
It's never free in the undermarket.
Yeah, I guess like you got a point here, but no. Check out, did you know Magnus was so light on his feet? And check out Mix. I don't know what she's got going on with this. Thank you. I don't know what they've got going on, but like 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay, so this is getting a little intense.
Okay, why don't you try and drag Magnus out of here, and I'm gonna try and distract Mix.
Okay. How are you gonna do this?
How am I gonna do this?
Well, I need to know, like, is there going to be a sign? Are you gonna wave at me? Like,
there will be no signs.
okay,
There
no signs.
may very well be literally dragging people.
Okay, this sounds like a shitty plan. I want you to know this, but I'm in. Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna go and so we've got music going right now. Mix is
Yeah.
still by the bar, but where
She's
where's
on
Mix?
the dance floor. They're on the dance floor.
Right, they're dancing. Okay.
With their
A
clone and the aquatic version of themselves.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, actually, can I get you to make a notice roll?
Yes.
I'm not going to say like your life depended on it.
So you said my life doesn't depend on it, right?
That's correct. Your life does not depend on it.
Is it a difficult notice roll? 2?
2. Okay. 2 will get you something.
By the way, can I please have my fate point in Paramagic?
Yep.
I would also like my 2 big points.
You only have 2? There's yours.
What do you get?
So then I will take those.
Alright. So, your...
Oh, those are your mine. How many fate do you have? How many refresh? You've got 2 refresh? So you can swap one of those for 2 magic if you want.
That you started with.
Yeah, remember we talked about that?
Yeah, but he at the end he gave us 1 free magic point.
Yep.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
I have it written down.
Yep.
Okay, so then there's your free magic
Yep.
point, and I would like,
Okay.
and instead of that, I would just grab
Yeah,
another
right.
fate.
That's fine.
Then what about free magic point?
So
Well, yeah.
you got a 2?
I got a 2.
Alright. You notice it's kind of bizarre. You came into a bar, and people are drinking, people are dancing, a little jazz band up at the front doing whatever Lola wants. It seems more like it's transformed into a ballroom. Even the clothing that your friends were wearing it's lavish, it's ornate, it's lace, it's pattern. You can see the frills, the music is picking up, and that small kind of like jazz floor has turned into a full ballroom spectacle, and the light emanating off the chandelier is getting brighter and brighter.
Great, so I'm going to line up to be Mix's next partner in that dance, because in ballroom dancing you tend to switch partners.
This is very, very true. Something else you do notice. Kind of. Music seems, you can't place the music, but it seems very, very familiar. And it's just kind of clawing at the back of your head. And as the music starts to pick up, people are dancing, you can feel the energy, you're starting to get a little bit dizzy.
Great. Okay. I'm lining up, basically, so prepped up. The idea is to basically snag Mix. I'm going to be humming, doing the disruption magic thing.
Okay, go for that.
Yes, I rolled yes. So that's an 8.
Shit. Alright. You notice that when you started the disruption magic, you actually felt you were able to do it, no question about that, but it's taking a little bit more energy than you're used to. It's almost like something is pushing back against it.
Well, I'm kind of expecting that.
Yeah, it's like when you've got two magnets repelling each other, and it's the first time you've actually felt it to this extent. You've got it. You're holding your own against the wind, but it's definitely there. So whatever is doing this, it's noticed you, but you've been able to successfully create it.
Okay, great. So then.
So what does it look like when you actually do the disruption magic? Because right now you're competing against a band.
Yeah, but I'm competing against a band, but I'm not trying to compete against the band for the whole room. I'm just trying to keep it localized.
Okay, so you've got a little disruptive sphere surrounding just you.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
cool.
Basically, the idea is move into grab Mix.
Okay. So you see Mix, and
I'm just imagining Lucas humming the Rolling Stones song. Here comes my 19th nervous break.
Mix is there.
Forcing it
She
into
managed
Well,
to-
I actually see it kind of almost humming like something that's actually interfering with music waves, but yeah.
So Mix is there, and she's actually ballroom dancing. Sorry, they're actually ballroom dancing with the one who looks just like them, and you can see them like drag the finger across the cheek, and she can see her getting the little anime. Sorry, they get the little anime blush, and they're you hear them just talk. It's like, oh my God, you're so right. If Margaret Atwood moved me like that too. I've never met anyone else who's been so overcome by the stone angel. How did we ever find each other? You know, and they're kind of segueing
That's
past
when I
you.
move into the bubble, because they're not real. Come on, let's go.
So your response is because they're not real, let's go. She pulls against you, and she's like, Lucas, there's a time and a place. Not now, fuck off.
Yeah, no. I don't want to get eaten by this thing. Come on, let's go.
And she said, okay, hold that thought. Just hold it for a second, 1 second. And then they go dancing off somewhere else in the ballroom floor. And that's when you see Magnus kind of come by. And he's like, so you actually tilt the blade down. What other things can you teach me?
Who's Magnus talking to?
The burly gentleman that he was talking to
Fuck.
earlier on.
Where's that?
And he's like, well, the secret is it's a good forearm grip, and you need the backswing. You know, if you'd be interested, I could show you how to backswing later. And you see him just kind of like take his arm and just drape it over.
Great, where's Zed?
Zed is at the piano,
Well, at least he's staying still.
talking to the person playing the piano.
I Again, at least he's staying still. Okay. Grabbing. Who's what's it? Magnus. That's the word I was. Zed was supposed to go. You were supposed to meet up with Zed, weren't you?
Yeah, but he's kind of busy right now. He points to Zed. You see, Zed is talking to the person playing the piano, and she seems to be very engaged with him. He's just running off the mouth. It's like, oh, and yeah, I went to the Topaz Briar, and I studied this, and it's like, I'm really good with the cello. She's like, I bet you really are. Tell me more. And you can just see his eyes kind of starting to glass over, and translucency coming in his skin.
Okay. All right. Well, I need your help getting him out of here because we can't. We're not like the bar's gonna eat us if we stay too long.
Yeah. I have a feeling the bar's not the only thing that's gonna eat us. Catch my meaning. Oh, tell you what. I know exactly what to do.
Yeah, except this type, you're not walking away from ever.
Okay, he's like, bro, just hold on for a second. I know exactly what to do. And he goes dancing off to the other side of the wall.
Oh, no, I'm physically intervening. Like, I'm not letting him do that.
All right, you're intervening. Give me an athletics roll.
So is me disrupting the magic not helping this at all?
No, it's helping a lot. This is when it's going well.
4.
Okay, so he starts to head over to the dance floor, and the other guy's kind of guiding him. You can feel the magic dissipate where you are, and you're like, didn't want to do this. Tap him on the shoulder, and he's like, what? And you give him a Serbian hello.
Would that be the equivalent of a Glasgow kiss, or would that be a punch?
No, a Serbian hello is when you grab somebody by the scruff of the neck and you hit their head against the nearest table. You only save that for family members and those you find in highest regard. So he's like, what? And the next thing you see is his head arc back and it slams against the nearest bar table. The table goes down. He wakes. He kind of pulls back. He's got like a trickle of blood kind of running down. He's like, oh, God.
How about now?
Oh my God, I had this horrible dream. I was talking to a hipster about axe throwing. What happened to you?
What happened to me?
Well, there's like 2 of you.
Yeah, great. Well, go get the 2 Zeds and help me out here.
No, because you hit him. He's probably concussed.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said help me get the 2 Zeds.
And that's when the camera kind of pulls out. But you notice when you hit him, there's a slight tremor in the room. And, we do the segue shot where you've got the tremor of the room, everything's shaking. And then you've got the little glass of water on the bathroom, and you can see the little ripple in it. And then you see Anthony kind of looking down, and he's like, damn.
Oh,
Yeah. Antonio, sorry, not Anthony.
This will work. So, go to the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Nice suit.
Mm-hmm. It's in burgundy, by the way, like a very nice red, conservative style suit, French cuffs.
I'm not sure red and conservative match.
Not conservative in terms of the cut of the suit, but no, the red is a very it's like it's a power color.
So, I'm going to be going into the going to the main study.
Yeah.
Going over to pretty much going over to the wall behind the main desk and just kind of placing my hand there and just do a read of the room to see if I can find it with like wall safes.
Okay.
Any hidden weapons, that sort, just effectively the memory of the room of when he was there.
Go for it.
It's prescience, right?
Yes, it is.
Honestly, it seems a bit of a stretch for the ability, but not completely implausible either, so...
It's workable.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing it.
2.
2. You do get You get a. It's weird. It's different for you this time because it's not like Declan's getting it. It's like Antonio's getting it. So
Huh.
you're getting a flashback, but it feels like somebody didn't put the film quite. They didn't tether it quite rightly on the reel. But you're not getting the wall safe thing. But you're getting like the image of you're getting flashbacks of him as a young man, as a young boy, and his father was a very regal gentleman, jet black hair. And you see Antonio running up to him. He's probably about 6 or 7. He's like, "Papa, Papa, I found a dead bird. Like, can you fix it?" And like you see him kind of like leaning down. And he's like, "Oh, Antonio, yeah, you found my son. You found this poor bird." He's like, "I can't fix it," but he's like, "But you can fix anything." And he just kind of gives them that little smile. It's like, "I wish I could fix everything, but sometimes we have to let things run their course." And and he starts having that very fatherly conversation with him. Something catches your out of the eye. There's what appears to be a letter opener with a gargoyle's head, just off to the side of the desk, and you saw for a moment that it was nodding like agreement with what the father was saying. Then you get another one, and it's Antonio, and he's probably early 20s, and he is just, "You do not understand me. I am in love. Their family respects me." And so his father, he's praying at the temple. They do not respect you. They respect our family, and that is based on fear. They will not give you what you deserve, and you know this. You are young, and you are hot-blooded, and you are being foolish. And I did not raise a fool in this household. And he's like, "Well, maybe I'll get my own." And you just give that slap across the face. "You do not speak to me like that." Funny enough, as they're having this really engaged moment, you're just kind of standing there, almost invisible to them. You see the same letter opener and the same kind of gargoyle's head, and it's watching them, very interested to see which way it's going to go. And for a split second, it makes eye contact with you in that memory, and the memory fades out really quickly. And then the last one is probably the last 5-10 years. And you just see like that father, that proud, regal man with dark hair. He's old. He's hunched over in his chair. He's got a shawl on, and he's like, "Papa, I wanted you to know that uh, your mother has passed away." And he's like, "Who are you again?" "I'm your son, Papa." "Hmm. I had a son. He brought me a dead bird one time. I showed how to bury it in the backyard and give it last rites. You would have liked me, was a good boy." And you see the same kind of letter open with the gargoyle's head, except the eyes are kind of closed at this point in time. It's still on the desk, but it's just kind of dormant. But you get the impression that this room was a very safe, very warm. Like if this mansion was a body, this was the heart, undeniably. So that's what you get from that.
Okay. Just take my hand off the wall. Look at the letter opener.
It's still there. Doesn't look like it's been used. The eyes are closed.
Just pick it up. You have been here a while, haven't you?
The eyes kind of twist on them. What's it? Antonio. Not Antonio, but Antonio. Hmm.
Close enough to set things right.
Hmm. Yes.
Is there a will? Has it been read yet?
Hmm.
They would do so in a room like this.
Once. 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 There's a will. Not read. Not read here. Couldn't find it.
Do you know where it is?
Oh, yes.
house. Will you tell me?
For a price.
What price might that be?
Your first. Just the first.
The first.
The first.
The first what?
Child. Boys are good, I don't want girls. Firstborn son. That's fair. That's fair. Children are loud. You won't want them. I know. I've seen them all come. I've seen them all go. Antonio, not Antonio.
Very well. I, Antonio, shall give you my firstborn son.
Yes. Yes. And then he bites you really hard on the finger and draws blood. Deal was sealed.
Just I'm imagining just that one moment, just it goes from like Antonio, Irish Antonio. It's like, oh, you fucker!
It's in the boudoir.
Thank you.
Among the frilly things.
Of course.
Be careful.
Very well. So I go to the boudoir.
Consulting.
In the mansion. Do you know where the boudoir is?
Nope.
Roll for investigation.
Yeah, it's investigation, and if not, I roll for servants.
You'll be very confused by the dead guy.
Let's see here. I rolled a 0, so that makes my investigation a 4.
Okay, so yeah, you do find the boudoir. It takes a while. Small room, cedar furniture, very nicely done. Small windows. It's actually a very tiny room, and there's a closet filled with clothing in there. It's, women's, evening dresses, gowns, this kind of thing. Makeup. Looks like this place has been used fairly frequently. It's probably Melissa's. It takes you a little while, but you actually do find where the will would be. He said it was in the boudoir, and he was absolutely right. You kind of check the desk, you check under the bed, the detective-y places, and then you just kind of, once again, have this little bit of a flashback with Antonio giving, his then wife this beautiful, it's a hat from France. It's like one of the white brim hats. It cost a mint, but it was very similar to one that her mother had, and she was just overjoyed in just that moment of, her wrapping her arms around me. Who knows that was the gift? So you kind of go into the closet, look down off the box, pull it down, kind of look at him like, who's a romantic soul? I bet ya. Lift it open, hat's there. Okay. Underneath it, an envelope. Feels like a will. Smells like a will. And it's got a red seal on it that you need to break.
Okay.
Okay. And it is the will. Surprise, surprise.
Alright, so read through it.
How good is your Italian?
My French is pretty good. Okay.
Your French is good? Did you buy that skill?
That's a skill?
Depends on, well, we never actually really did clarify what languages are in this.
No.
Languages are always a really nebulous
They
thing
really
in
are.
almost every game or system.
Give me a notice on this one.
I am re-rolling the hell out of that -3. That is much better. 4.
I'm going to say that because you're effectively in Antonio, that you've kind of merged temporarily with him, that you're able to eventually make headway
Okay.
with it. You're able to read like parts of it.
I also I also know the basic layout of a will.
Yeah.
So like the first of it is almost always starts off with I have sound mind and body.
Yeah.
That sort of
He
shit.
the gist of it, he left everything to Sarah. Everything goes to Melissa. Everything goes to Sarah. However, it does not. Sarah is currently 6, and she will inherit everything when she turns 7.
7?
Yeah. So, and that is coming up in a few weeks. So this may explain Reef's kind of for the topic. So you're kind of looking at this, and that's when you kind of find basically what they call the murder clause at the back of it. That if she's not able to sound body and mind to receive this when she is 7, then it all goes to Rafe. Funny how this went missing.
Strange.
Who's expecting a 7-year-old to be?
If it's inherited to a 7-year-old, it will go to the 7-year-old. The 7-year-old's guardian will become the guarantor, and then once the 7-year-old becomes of legal age, it passes over. So it would be her mother.
Yeah, and it would be her mother, not Rafe.
Yeah.
And it would be too easy to, if you gave it directly to Melissa, then Rafe could just kill Melissa and take it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where you're left at. Meanwhile, back in the brothel.
Alright, you able to stand?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Let's not split up this time.
Yeah.
Help me grab Zed from the piano.
Okay. He's not gonna hit me, is he?
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, unless you start shit. You do have a tendency of doing that.
Fine.
Hurry up! I don't like the way this place
no.
is shaking.
I got it. He grabs one of the champagne bottles, hits it across the table. It shatters. He's got the jagged edge. I'll go get him. Don't get him to twist. Hey Zed, come here. I want to have a conversation with you. Kind of marches over there.
Don't. Okay, I'm booking it after him because apparently he is incapable of listening to instructions.
It's not incapable. He just doesn't.
Okay. So as you do, you bump.
I know. I'm pretty sure he can't.
You bump into somebody, and she's like, "Whoa, excuse yourself there."
Who is it? Do I recognize him?
Her. No. It's just someone who's, probably about 5'7", kind of lean, muscular physique.
Are they blue?
No, surprisingly not. Kind of got wolfing features, like.
Hey, sorry. Trying to get my friends out of here.
Yeah,
Gotta
hey,
go.
you spilled my drink. What's that about?
Get another one.
Oh, that's nice. You spill my drink and tell me to get another one.
I don't have time. I don't want this thing closing and evening everyone soon.
What do you mean, this thing closing and everything? So I guess as one-liners go, that is the worst. Does it actually work with people?
Well, apparently not, because you're not going away.
Well, tell you what, I am now. Bye. Asshole. So you get over to Magnus, and says like, I'm just having a dude. She's not interested. I'm just having a friendly. The piano will probably eat you. Not interested. Give me one good reason. I will put this bottle in your face. I like my face. I like this bottle.
You've also admitted to liking his face.
Yeah. Excuse me for a second, so I was like, yeah, sure. Okay, bro, I'm gonna explain something to you. If I'm threatening somebody and you call my bluff on it, it doesn't work as a threat, does it?
Well, stop threatening. It's not going to work.
Well, not if you're gonna undercut me. Oh my God, this is why you're so lonely.
No, that would be because the stupid touch people and get them addicted skill kicked in.
Wait, you've got that?
Yeah. No, it's not cool.
I did say it was cool.
You're making the face.
I'm making the face, but all right, let's get you out of here.
Come on, Zed.
Yeah, he's like, oh wait, are we going somewhere?
Yep. Going to the next stop. Magical instruments, remember?
Yeah, you guys go on ahead. I'll be fine here.
Nope. Come on. I'm dragging him.
All right. How are you doing it? Like physically?
Yes.
Make an athletics roll. Are you using that wonderful addictive skin of yours?
Not yet.
All right.
Holy shit. 7?
Little hello. Clang. On the other side, we just put his hand. He's like, "Hey, what part of the piano is this?" Well, that part is.
Hey, wait, you're classically trained, right? What's this?
It's more like Magnus tries talking to Zed, and Zed's not having any. Like he's really interested in the piano player, the pianist, and her hands are just moving like liquid silk across those ivories. It's mesmerizing. And then you got Lucas standing beside the piano. Clang!
Are we done?
It's just like you just but but you just on the finger. Magnus, bring the bottle. Come on, let's go. You know. So you got Zed, you got Magnus.
All right, anyone see Mix? If we actually do have Zed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've always pictured, because it's just the way you describe this character, she's definitely a woo girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like
A what?
A woo girl. It's
Mhm.
it's the type of person with another bar, woo! Like just over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 drinks in,
if you're lucky.
4 drinks, there might be a top that just kind of comes off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you notice, actually, you're going to make a notice roll.
I think that's a 2 or is it a 3? 3.
Okay, so you notice that some of the patrons are what?
I have bleach stains on the shirt.
Okay. You notice that some of the humanoid patrons, the ones that are not blue, you're starting to see through their skin. It's becoming very, very translucent. Not so much with Zed and Magnus and yourself,
Oh shit.
but you also notice that Mix is definitely they're in the middle of somebody right now in one of the booths. And as they are getting their thing on, you can see
Great.
that their skin is slowly becoming translucent. The good news is you also see Raven. Raven's skin is perfectly fine, but is also vomiting up most of the fake food that they
Oh
ate on the
shit, they're
carriage.
gonna be moving soon. Shit. Okay. Okay, we are now on a timeline.
I thought we were already on a timeline.
It's tighter.
How does it get tighter? It's either tight or it's not tight.
Makes this part see through.
Yeah, I can see her. Oh shit! Okay, we should do something about that. Okay, I've got the bottle. I can go over and.
You're like having fun. Smash.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what? This one.
Okay,
Okay, fuck it. Gloves are off.
Yeah. So what are
Hey,
you doing?
Mix. Face.
She's like, hey, I'm just in the middle of. You hit, and the skin starts going from translucent to normal color really quickly. You can see the irises go from dilation and focus in on you like a cat, and it's just like, hey.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Where are we?
Pub. Come on.
Why is everyone blue? Is
It's the
this
scene. Come on,
is
let's
it-
go.
Really?
Hurry up.
God. Why
You gotta
am I
get Raven.
covered in goo?
I didn't ask. Let's go.
Zed, come here. What? No! So you've got most of the party. What are you doing?
Grabbing Raven, who should be by the exit, and booking it.
Okay. So, I
And
need.
putting the gloves back on.
Okay, Rogue. I need you. I need you to make a will roll.
Yay! I'm not liking that result. I'm going to. I'm gonna go with I'm hot-headed, so I'm like extra stubborn.
Okay.
I spend fate point and add 2 to bring that to 3.
Okay. You're able to. You feel just the wave of this music hit you, and it is just so enticing. And you, for a moment, you're like, you can feel your body wanting to go back, and then you realize something listening to the music. It's your music.
The hell?
They took, like, the lyrics are "Don't check my fucking mail," but it's like somebody took like a heavy metal song, but they did an orchestra rendition of it. You know how they do like pop goes punk? It's like they did that except reversed it, and that's what kind of snaps you out of it. It's like, that's my fucking song. That's my fucking magic. So you're able to get everybody out. You're standing on the other side, you guys push out, and you know Mix is there, and Zed is there, Magnus is there, and you're just like they're all kind of like breathing really deeply, and they're like, holy shit, that was, who are you? I'm like, and it's the one who called you an asshole earlier. It's like, you can call me Fox. Why? Wait, if you're Fox, where the hell's Raven? And you can see Raven just like, she's standing a couple feet on the inside of the door.
Shit. Okay, booking, grabbing her and dragging her out.
And she's like, I don't feel, Raven's there, so like, I guess I don't feel so good.
Yeah, probably not. Come on, let's go. Let's eat something better.
Am I supposed to look like this? And you can actually see the bones through her skin. It's really hard to move my feet, and she's actually trying, and you can see how they're gelling into the floor.
Yeah, I'm dragging her.
Okay, make an athletics roll on this one.
Come on, dice. Fuck you, dice. I definitely feel like I owe Raven, so I'll always pay my debts.
What do you order for?
She's the one who got me a bunch of gigs early on.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Reroll.
Okay.
That's better! A 0 instead of a -4.
Yeah, that is much better.
Jesus. Okay, so 3.
3? Okay, so you are able to get her out. You run. It's not just you. It's everybody kind of leans in, and even Fox she figures out what's going on. And you got Magnus who grabs one leg. You got Zed who's got the other one, and they're kind of heaving over. You kind of grab by the torso. Even Fox kind of comes around, and she's got her by the belt. And you guys are able to heave her out, and you guys kind of go tits over heels backwards out the door. And that's when like these long bone shards just slam one after another, and you see that the whole bar just kind of descends down a level, and everyone's just kind of there covered.
Had to go check out the creepy bar.
And who are you talking to?
Magnus.
It's like, yeah, you told me to meet you there.
No.
You did.
No. I didn't even know this place existed until we went looking for you.
You like pulls it with like a small piece of paper. It's like a little green envelope, gold seal, pulls it out. It's like, Magnus, meet me at the Leviathan brothel. I'll see you in a few secs. Signed, Lucas. It's your handwriting.
I didn't write that.
And then eyebrow kind of goes up. Raven takes a look at you, and she's like, guys, guys, I'm still not feeling so good. Can we just like walk this off and get the fuck out of here?
Okay, a healer or something? There must be someone in here.
Who are you talking to?
The group.
And they're kind of like looking around, so it's like,
Anyone been here before?
well, he might know. And there's a small goblin, you know. He's got the head of a parrot, and he's got a tuxedo on. He's walking by, you know, and he's got a large map. It's oversized. He's like, oh, are you? Yes, yes.
Would you be able to help us find a medic or a healer or?
A medic or a healer. I'm looking for the haberdashery myself. I bought this map off of one of the younger ones over there, but I'm trying to make heads or tails of it. What kind of healer do you need? Organ replacement? There's one over there. Or...
We need detransparentifying.
I don't know, but I can walk with you. Here, take my map.
I'll
Let
take
it
a look
guide
at the map.
you. My name is Sharabod, by the way.
Hi, Sharabod.
My pleasure to meet you. And what is your name?
Luke.
Luke, it's a very nice name. Luke, what brings you into these fine establishments? Were you just from the brothel for a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge, tuck and run with the fish monster? Oh, I bet you were.
If I was, I wouldn't be here.
They all say that. They all say that. I don't judge. And he starts telling you his life story, and you know, you guys are kind of meandering.
Alright, does the map make any sense?
As much as it does in the Undermarket. It's like, oh, if we go over here to the teacups, that'll take you to the healer's district. Or if you rent a goat chariot, that might take you down to the Charadins down below.
Okay, so teacups,
Or
healer's district.
you could go to the Devouratorium and simply just sell your friend for loose meat and make a nice little coin.
No, we still need her in the band.
Oh, you're a troubadour.
Speaking of which, does this thing have that floor on it? I'm trying to see if I can, while I'm at it, see if there's instructions for where we ultimately need to go, which is who's the floor instructions I was given earlier.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it does, but it is a very convoluted map. So you guys are kind of wandering by.
Okay.
There's like a Spiderworks worth of catwalks. You see teacups go by that have got different people in them being conducted by goblins. You can see a couple of other horses actually pulling a rickshaw, you know, and kind of talking up the different vendors. You pass by a clockwork fruit stall.
There was something about the teacups and the healer's district. Healer's district sounds like it's probably a good place to go.
And it's like, oh yes. He's like, oh, the teacups are right here. And you see a small goblin. You think it's a he. It's hard to tell. He's got the head of a scorpion, and he's got like a thick kind of trousers set on, sort of like somebody
What the
who,
heck does a scorpion head even look like?
sort of like a spider, but with more of a shell over top of it.
Yeah, it's difficult to. It's literally like a spider's head. It's just unfortunately like the head and shoulders.
Kind of one
Shoulders are kind of like encased in the carapace.
thing. Okay, so
Try to imagine like like the neck hole in a breastplate, the back of like plate mail. Imagine if someone's face
was right there.
was like right where the hole is. That's pretty much what a scorpion. Like it's the same species. It's just more armor.
Yep. Okay, so it's kind of weird looking. Got it.
Yeah,
That's why they have the grabby hands.
and there's a very large set of porcelain teacups, enough to fit 5 or 6 people in, and he's got like this purple velvet rope surrounding him like a movie theater, and this large staff. There's no transportation. Come one, come all to the different floors. Reasonable prices, fixed rates, get you anywhere you need to be in a few places you never thought you'd ever want to. And you see the penguins go by from earlier, and you can see them getting out of one of the teacups and kind of nodding and trucking off.
Okay, so before I say goodbye to the parrot fellow, I'm gonna see if I can help him figure out the map to the Pat Place haberdashery.
Oh, he's like, well, you have my map, so I'll just come with you. I'm always looking to be a companion to people of interest, and you said you are a troubadour. The haberdashery can wait.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, alright then. I thought I was giving this back to you. Alright, to the teacup guy.
He's like, reasonable rates get you where you need to be. Earl Grey, Darjeeling, Jasmine, you name it, we got it. Fast transportation, always delicious.
Hello.
Hello, what can I do you for?
Hi, we were told you can get us to the Healers District.
Oh, in a jiff. Just jump in and I'll put on a fresh pot, get you teleported over there in no problem. Oh, not him. And you know, Sherbin kind of looks at you. He's like, "I got this." He's like, "I'm with them. I'm a companion." Oh, yeah. He kind of looks at you.
Yeah? Coming along with us?
Very well. I apologize. I overstepped my bounds. He kind of tips his hat and was like, "Everyone in.
I'm gonna ask him what the heck that was about when he gets in.
I was just misunderstanding. He's not fond of my kind.
Are we talking parrots or goblins?
Well, what's a parrot?
Type of bird.
Oh, never seen one of those before. Sounds exotic.
I mean, it's part of the world most people do call exotic, yeah.
Oh, well, I'd like to meet one day.
You look a lot like one.
Oh, thank you. I'm flattered. I always wanted to be exotic.
I think a young Frankenstein moment. It's like, you know, a rather brilliant surgeon. I could help you out with that hump. What hump? Let's go.
I was like, I'm just going to put on a pot of Earl Grey for you. I'll get you there in a lickety-split.
Perfect, thank you.
Just need payment.
Okay, great. So what kind of payment do you prefer?
Teeth, song, taffy,
Song?
one of your friends,
I'm not giving you a friend.
the pretty one,
Not
goes to
happening.
Magnus.
Okay, actually kind of tempting, but no.
Hey bro, fuck you too.
It's both simultaneously insulting and flattering at the same time. Kudos.
So how are you paying this?
So when I pay with a song, like just listening to it, like you're not gonna
Oh no, it's
use
mine.
it or anything. Oh.
Well, to listen to, it's mine. You give it to me, it's mine forever.
I'm gonna make up a song on the spot.
Okay, go for performance. Roll it. Jesus Christ.
A sad little 4. In any other world, that'd be
So
amazing.
describe the song. What's it like? How do you perform it? Do you whip out the Stratocaster?
It's not a Stratocaster.
Whatever.
It's an
Yeah.
axe. Yeah, I take the guitar out, kind of play a few chords until I get something I like, and then kind of do a couple verses off the.
Not only does he get into it, like you've got people wandering by that are also kind of like stopping and taking notice of you, but the payment is definitely enough, and he gets like, if scorpions could smile, you're pretty sure this guy would have a shit-eating grin. So he straps you guys into the teacup. It starts to spin clockwise really quickly.
Oh jeez.
And that's when you look up and you see that there's a giant teapot directly above you, and the spout starts to lower, and that's when the tea starts pouring out. It starts filling up the teacup.
I was warned about the rides.
Make a physics roll.
Physics?
Physique.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
In this particular case?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, so you're taking 2 points of damage.
Which kind of damage?
Physical.
Hot tea?
It's hot tea damage.
It's like, hey, it's early day.
Too hot! Too hot!
As you were saying, in the middle of a centrifuge. Parents, this is the worst! Why would you listen to us? And the parrot had a goblin. This is fantastic!
Goblins are nuts.
So you get that montage of screaming faces, screams, pleading eyes, one happy parrot. So you've got the tucked under your arm, you've got the will.
I would like to point out, you guys probably got out of the Leviathan thing because of Raven, and the Leviathan thing is wherever it is right now, scraping the inside of his mouth, going, "She threw up in my mouth. She threw up in my mouth." Traumatized Leviathan. Well done, guys.
I'm pretty sure more than one patron has thrown up in its mouth, given it
Truth.
the amount of free booze.
Truth.
Likes it.
Okay, so you've got the melanella envelope. You're in the boudoir, and you know where the gargoyle headed letter is.
Yep. Yep. Put everything back.
Yep.
And go back to the main study.
Okay.
Do we get to the main study?
you get to the main study.
Cool. Alright.
Now what?
Shush, I'm the GM. Melissa did tell you where he was last game. He was in the garage
Yeah.
with the mask.
Pick up the letter over.
Yep. Lock it in here. Can see everything. Desk is nice. It's boring.
Yeah. It's always good to go for a walk every now and
Yeah. Stretch your legs.
again.
Ain't got none.
So, take a meander,
It's going for a walk.
go for the walk, and eventually getting to the garage.
Okay.
Not like actually meandering, but I'm going to the garage.
You don't know how to get there.
So it looks
But
like
the
meandering.
letter opener does. Where's that?
Where's the garage?
Is it? It's left here. Keep walking. The bloke up there. It's Williams. He's been here for 20 years. His wife's got glaucoma. Nice woman.
Oh, that's Williams.
Roll rapport.
2.
Williams nods. He nods to you. You take a couple steps past him, and you hear a distinct thud behind you. Poor guy.
Pulse.
He's alive, but it's fluttering a bit. He's like,
Williams, I understand.
oh, sorry, sir.
Williams, I understand that this is unorthodox. However, in order to find out my ridiculous son's
Nephew.
my ridiculous nephew's plans, things needed to happen to bring them to light. So, deals were made. So I need you to alert the staff and the guards. There will be a change around here. Rafe will no longer be an issue.
Okay. He kind of nods.
And keep this to yourself.
He's to alert them, but keep it to himself.
Do you understand?
He nods.
Are you lying, Williams?
He shakes his head.
Good. Good man. How's the wife?
The coma is getting much better. Thank you for asking.
No. On you are.
Can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
What was it like?
What was what like?
meeting Jesus? Was he like everyone said he was?
No.
No. That's a disappointment.
Not really.
Was he chubbier? Or was he more skinnier?
Williams, he walked everywhere he went. He's not going to be chubby. Calm down.
He kind of.
I mean, really.
he kind of scurries off. I was like, one better than I thought.
As did I. Took that rather well.
So he leads you down a couple of other hallways, and as he does, it's like, I don't know, got a problem there. That's Beatrice.
And?
You can see.
Okay.
You can see she's there, and she's kind of a heavier set person. She's got her, like the old style Sony Walkman headsets, and she, doing her thing, and she's kind of jiving, blocking the hallway as she's vacuuming.
Okay. So just as she's vacuuming, just kind of like time it so she's kind of vacuuming, just kind of go around her, keep walking.
All right. As you do, you hear a voice. What you think you're doing? I'll just clean up that.
Slowly turn my head.
You go, oh, no. I don't care if you're dead or not. You know I clean these carpets. I've been doing it my entire life, and you even said I was the best there was. What, am I dead too?
No.
Is this a heaven?
Would you be vacuuming in heaven?
Well, right, I would. I'd finally get that raise.
Beatrice.
Oh, well, Beatrice, nothing. It's still Mrs. Rose, no Beatrice me. You haven't wooed and dined me, you old charlatan. Good heavens. You speak to me, Beatrice, on a first-name basis. I've been here for most of my life.
Rose.
That's more like it. It's respectful
would you
like.
like your raise?
I would like more raise.
What are you making an hour?
Make an hour, I work salary. You know this, you're the one who put me on salary.
Good. It will raise.
Right.
I'm very sorry for walking where you cleaned. However, there is something urgent I need to deal with.
Yeah, you tell me there's something urgent. Whole house is a hell of a handbasket. You got Williams buffering from the whiskey. You've got Rafe carrying on like a hooligan. Poor child Sarah. She misses a good father. Poor bless his soul. Melissa carries on like nobody's business. And I know that Elizabeth is shagging the guy from the mechanic ward. Robert. Don't like the name Robert.
Mrs. Rose, don't pry into what people shag for their in their private time. As for Williams, he's dealing with quite a lot in his private life as well, with his wife's glaucoma. You know this. As for Rafe, I'm going to deal with that right now.
Well, as you should. Well, yeah, glaucoma's no laughing matter. My uncle had glaucoma. I couldn't see a stone thing in front of him. The worst part is the eyes are milky white. It's a very pretty color. Anyway, I remember when and it starts going on.
Just do that.
Laroma, that went better than I thought. Got a wee bit hairy in there. I don't want to hear about people's glaucoma. It ain't proper.
Especially not being described as an attractive color.
Meanwhile, back to you. You and your motley crew is actually standing in front of what appears to be one of the tonic and healer wards. An old booth, a woman. She's got large bottle-style glasses, blue hair cascading down her back. And she's got these sort of iridescent bottles kind of behind her. And she's got a list of cure-alls and services she runs. She's like, "Well, love, how are you?"
I'm alright. My friend, on the other hand.
Raven, hello.
Your friend? Oh, dear God. What happened? He's got the head of a parrot. Oh, I'm exotic. Are you? fucking fix it. I can try. You're the head of a cheetah.
It's a goblin, that's normal.
Oh God, is it this one? Oh, large forehead. Listen, lady, I will fucking kill you. This Cro-Magnum? It's like, look at the size of this thing. It's not all bone. Is there enough room in there for a
I'm assuming
brain
it's
cell?
Magnus.
Yeah.
I'm dying laughing.
It's like,
This person's been replayed by Mike Myers.
some kind of. She's like, yeah. Well, I think I can possibly force an evolution on him.
I think it might be wasted. It's this one over here. I tap Raven on the shoulder.
The assistant's sleeping up there. You done it now. He's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight on this huge pillow.
She's like, oh, someone had got the wicket sticky down in the brothel, did they?
No, I don't think you actually even did anything, did you? You were moving too slow.
He just kind of looks at you.
Is that worn off yet?
No, the slowness is worn off, but she's not in. Oh yeah, this is. I've got a few tonics that might be able to do the trick.
Might.
It's always difficult when somebody comes out of the brothel because that's not usually how it works. All right. See what I can do. Okay.
Is Fox still taking along with us?
Fox has kind of disappeared. She kind of went off on her own. All right. Well, leave her with me for a little bit. I'll give her a treatment. Let her have a lie down and see what takes.
All right. And what's payment gonna be?
Oh. Pick me up, and she gives you a. She just like she says, go down to the flower vendor. Down at the end of the gangway, you can't miss it. And if you could pick me up a bushel of angel's hair, that would be just save me a world of trouble. So I won't have to close up the shop and get it myself. We'll call it square.
Okay. How much is Angel's? What's Angel's hair gonna cost me?
Oh, probably not much.
All right. I'll do my best.
It's a matter of convenience. Come along, love. Let's get the leeches. Kind of, she takes her by the hand, leads Raven, and Raven's giving you guys the God, please don't leave me alone with this woman look.
So who wants to come with me? Who wants to stay with Raven?
When you say who wants to come with me, all the hands are down. When you say who wants to stay with Raven, all the hands go up.
Traitors, all of you. All right, come on, Magnus. You're my responsibility.
No, I voted for Raven. I did. My hand was up. No, you are on your own.
No,
You
I'm
cannot.
not.
You cannot just like give people choice, and when they choose what you don't want to choose, then take it away. That's something that Moxie would do. You don't want to be like Moxie, bro, do you?
Well, unfortunately, we're both turning into him. I grab him and drag him away.
I will not forget this. Your treachery. Zeb, I voted for Raven. So did I. So you guys make your way down. You past the skeletal cats and the person
What are
who's
you giggling about?
selling musical mushrooms.
Just the line of the hero. Come along, let's introduce you to the leeches. Like that. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
see her just kind of panicking. Meanwhile, in the room, it's just this meditation. There's like 6-foot-tall leeches. They're all just in like beanies and hipster clothing. And just breathe. Like
God,
this is,
no.
this is
I mean,
actually kind
it
of
is-
worse. I don't know.
It's the undermarket, I mean.
It's not too far from the truth. So Zed goes in with her. You're walking down the gangplank. You know, you see a person selling, you know, the vendor's stall, skeletal cats, stone bone, iron, brass, sapphire. A couple other ones you see clockwork fruit. Another one you see hand puppets that apparently predict the future. You see a sign on a doorway leading into what appears to be a tavern. You're not sure. It has the word Truth Merchant on top of it. And on the other side of the Truth Merchant, you have the flower shop.
All right, I walk up to the flower shop.
There's from the waist down, it appears to be some kind of centipede in a trench coat, and from the head, it looks like a very well-spoken librarian. Yes. Good evening. Can I help you?
Centipede Central. Yeah, sorry. We're looking for a bushel of angel hair, I think it was.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, we had a run on angel hair lately. I do have one left in the back. Let me just scuttle along and take a look. Oh, yes, we do. We absolutely do have a bushel of angel hair. Do you have the proper equipment to transport it?
Sorry, the what?
The proper equipment to transport it.
I was not informed there was equipment needed.
Well, you could do it freehand if you wish.
And side effects would be?
The pollen getting into your nose, lungs, respiratory system, starting to feed on your skin and bones and slowly transform you into an undead hybrid of both plant and crystal. I've been told that the hallucinations are actually quite painful.
I'm guessing a plastic bag's not going to do the trick.
I will throw in a pair of gloves and a respirator. How about that?
Sounds like a good idea.
It's also volatile.
Oh,
Buyer beware.
how volatile?
Well, I wouldn't say too volatile. I think there was an incident. There was a wonderful Ukrainian gentleman who absolutely loved Angel's Hair and could do so much with it. Mage came in. Where was that? Are you familiar with Chernobyl? Apparently there was something that we in the industry call a whoopsie.
Okay, but is it gonna go off if I drop it or if I call it names?
Yes.
How about if I breathe?
Try not to. Hence the respirator.
So by a little volatile, you mean extremely.
Quite.
Here's the laundry list of things that will set it off. Looking at it, touching it, exposing it to air, exposing it to water, exposing it to bright light, putting it in a spectrometer, turning on the spectrometer, and absolutely nothing.
That's effectively.
Well, I guess we better hope it doesn't go off, seeing as it's going just down the road.
Oh, of course. Otherwise, we might all be dead. Where's the fun in that?
Nowhere.
Kind of scuttles there and brings a pair of oversized,
So what am I gonna owe you for this?
He's like, well, for the respirator and the gloves and the bushel of angel's hair. Oh, well, let's see. Do you have any gold on you? Pure gold. Okay, the Tears of the Virgin, those are always in high
Hey,
demand.
Magnus.
What?
Come here. Apparently we need you to cry.
Why? That was you. You did that. You broke that.
Yeah, oh my God. That one, however.
That was on me. It's okay. Why?
Oh, you didn't hear him?
No.
Oh. That's no fun. What else?
He's like, well, do you have any assorted alcohol?
God damn it. Check the bag.
Do you have alcohol?
It was my preferred Fey booze. Fey food.
Yeah, that the bottle of booze that because you had my flask with my booze in it.
Yeah.
And that's Fey shit.
Yeah.
Wait, you gave that to me?
Yeah. Yeah, last game.
I thought it was like a second-hand back.
I never got it back.
No.
It was one of those things where you just like, it was like, oh god, it's like courage, yes, and then you drank it, but that was fine.
Okay, I got some booze, but you can't keep the container.
He's like, he takes a look at it.
Whiskey? I think.
It was from Babs. So whatever it is, it's good.
He takes a look at it, and pours it, puts it on a little glass slide, puts on these thick kind of brass glasses, and they've got multiple lenses of them now. He's like, oh, yes. Yes, you don't seem, And you were going to drink this, were you? My God.
Right, some of it
How are you
already.
still standing?
Oh, I wasn't then.
Oh,
Thank
this
God.
is, how much are you willing to part with?
Well, technically, only a sip's mine, so...
When you sip, do you gently caress the tongue with it, or do you open your mouth and guzzle it? Like a horse that's been thirsty in the desert.
No, I don't down it all in one go.
Oh, no. No, he totally does. Like, you should see him. He's just like, it's tasteless. Like, I mean...
You haven't even ever seen me drink!
Oh, I've seen. It's just... It's a sight.
Magnus?
If
If you make this cost more,
I'm not. I'm
I'm
helping.
gonna punch you.
I'm being helping. I just like, yeah. It's just. He's like, very well. He kind of. I will take 6 drops, and I will give you an extra respirator.
Oh, look, you won't get hair cancer.
And this baggie. And he gives you a very nice, small, black bag.
Big for the angel's hair?
No, so when it blows up, you will have something to put the ashes in. Or whoever finds you in it.
So the bag will survive, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Practicality first.
guess I'll put the rest of the bottle in there. Give him the fancy booze, which is apparently super fancy.
Okay.
He's like, fuck, how rich is your lord?
It's not so much rich, it's just like, I made this a while ago.
Yep. Alright, so take that and very carefully. Wait. If the bag would survive, why not just put the angel hair in it?
The bushel is this big. The bag is this big. How much ash do you think a nightmare's body creates after it's been vaporized?
Well,
I could fit you in a hat box. Speaking of which, I have those.
do you have bags that we could put the bushel in?
No. Or I would have sold you one.
No, that would be too easy, wouldn't it?
No, those bags are very hard to come by.
Good to know. Okay, alright, well thank you very much. I guess I'll put the booze in there then. In you go. There, your whiskey will survive.
Hey!
Alright, very carefully walk us back to the healer.
Okay, as you're walking,
Magnus, please make sure no one bumps into us.
oh, I will absolutely make sure. Everyone, get out of the way! We're bringing in a bushel of explosive stuff. My brother, who is a bedwetter from a very early age, is carrying it, and he has a delicate constitution. This is why he became a performer and didn't get a real job like the rest of us.
Says the hobo.
I am kind of turns to you. I am not a hobo. I choose a carefree lifestyle. Sounds like hobo to me. Hey, fuck you.
Would you prefer I called you a gutter punk?
Oh, I will fucking drop kick you right there. Don't you hide behind that bushel.
Oh, I'm hiding behind the bushel. Keep moving, otherwise the bushel's gonna bump into you.
Okay, so you need to make a... Hang on. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, can I get a fate point for playing Temper?
Absolutely.
Yay, thank God, I need those.
Okay, and also make athletics.
Four.
Yeah, you're good. So you're able to make it over there. You deliver it. She takes it, is very grateful.
Good
She just
warn
grabs
me
it.
it's an explosive.
Well, if I did, you probably wouldn't have gotten out, would you? These treatments are not cheap, you know. Speaking of which, your friend is doing just fine, but she needs a little bit of rest. Come back in an hour and collect her.
Back room, Luigi's. And now we will serenade you to sleep.
Okay, I do need to talk to her for a bit.
No.
Okay. Well, she's gonna be mad when she wakes up.
She was mad when we put her to sleep.
Yeah, she probably was. Especially if you worded it like that. But you do it dogs and cats when they're old, and it's a humane way of killing them.
That's horrible.
But usually they're already dying. Painfully.
My brother has no tact. You have to forgive him. This is not his high point. He's not charismatic like me. Come on, let's go before you make a creepier spectacle of yourself talking about dead animals. Let's go.
You're the one making a spectacle.
Okay, so Zed's with you, and Sherbum is with you as well.
And Nix?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel kind of awkward leaving Raven on her own, but this music stand?
Okay. So you're marching your way over to the music stand?
Yep.
All right.
I leave a note for Raven, basically saying as much.
All right. So you guys, it takes you a good hour to get to where you need to be, and that's even with a montage of center-drawn carriages, catapults, and shoes. But you are able to get there, and you are standing.
An hour-long montage. Jeez, it's a lot of montage.
It's a very.
a montage.
You were standing in front. You get to the place, and literally they open up these large brass gates. The glass in the front of the shop is just crystalline. You can see these beautiful, beautiful cellos, made of sentient wood. You can see guitars that are made from liquid metal that are humming and buzzing on their own. Like the instruments are just literally electric, alive. Some are made out of crystal, some are made out of stone, some are made out of sentient thoughts bound together by whispers. And this place, the doors are probably about 6'5", both directions, in gilded silver. It looks posh.
6'5"?
Yeah.
That's not that tall. I mean, people can be that tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's both up and across.
Oh,
Think Hobbit door. Just
round.
large.
So you guys are standing there, and Zed's like, I've got a weird feeling about this place. And you've got Magnus like this.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it's just, it kind of feels out of our price range. Magnus is like, we transported a nuclear warhead, okay? I think it's in our price range.
Okay, Ian. So we're in the undermarket. We have finally gotten to the actual music stand, but we're down a party member.
So they're kind of discussing and hemming and hawing and kind of getting anxious. Meanwhile, over to you. You make your way into the garage. It's the garage. Garage, Rafe. You see Rafe, and he's kind of got the white suit on. He's got a sponge, and he's just gently caressing the Maserati. And he's like, who's a good girl? Who's my sexy girl? Who loves her fella? Oh, you do. What's that? Oh, really? Oh, thank you. Me too. The letter opener kind of turns to you. You hear anything? I don't hear anything. I don't think it's talking to him.
Oh no. I meant I was hearing him talk to the car.
Yeah. Idiot. Oh, you're my darling, are you? Yes, you think I'm so sexy too.
Tell me something. For the firstborn deal, what exactly do you plan on doing? Do you plan on eating them?
Hmm.
What about him?
What about him?
Do you want to eat him?
Is he part of the deal?
Can't be.
We already agreed.
Yes, we did. Amendments can be made. That's why they're called amendments.
Only if you don't deal in good faith the first time round.
That's very true.
Oh, you are a naughty little girl. I could just dress you up in a schoolgirl's outfit and you could call me daddy all day long.
Daddy.
Ah! Who's there? Who's there? And you see him like, he's got the sponge and he's waving it around and kind of...
Just like, kind of like to slowly walk toward him.
Where would you even put the skirt?
I think actually
Would it be like?
like the fender covers. I think they're actually called.
Oh, you know that could be. I was thinking kind of like around the middle above the back wheels, but.
He said, Uncle! Uncle! No. You're not real. You're not real.
Sorry. Let me jog your memory.
Yeah. He's a... And he pulls out his... He like snaps his finger and he's like... No, I'm not gonna do it.
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna do it. And he's like, Blazer! Taser! Mazer! Python! And you see these guys and like big guys cut like crew cuts, military kind of stepping there, and you know they've got the holsters on and they've got guns ready to go. And they kind of look at you and there's like a look of confusion. You can see them taking a step back. And he pulls out the sponge and he's like, shoot him! You know, water's going every which way.
Gentlemen, if you wish to be employed by the end of this hour, stand down.
Okay, how are you doing this? Are you going for rapport? Are you trying to command them? Are you trying to intimidate them?
It's not really intimidation, it's just, thus far they...
I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't.
Well, thus far they have... The only thing that they have to go on is, the word on the street is that Antonio's dead.
Yeah.
And it's Rafe. So Rafe is an incompetent ass.
Yeah.
So there's a good to fair chance of just like Rafe saw him bleeding and ran away.
Okay, so
it's more of I guess it'd be more of a rapport and just kind of trusting that they'll kind of pull the same conclusion together that anyone else who's met Rafe would make.
So something weird happens. Laser raises his hand.
Yes, you in the back.
Right. It's like, and he gives you, I forget the guy's last name.
Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio. It's like, Mr. Martucci, you were,
Louder, please.
Mr. Martucci, you're dead, right? So if we shoot you, you're still dead. And the other guy's like,
it's
listen.
going to put holes in my favorite suit.
And then Blazer kind of raises his hand.
Yes.
So it's a binary thing. You're like dead or not dead. You can't be more deader, right? It's like either dead, not dead. So if we shoot him, he's still dead, but you can't make him more deader. Like it doesn't work like that. And then you got the guy Python who's got like the tattoos of the python.
I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say that you're Python.
You remember?
Yes.
Okay. So, but if he's more deader, if we shoot him, that's not going to cancel that out. It's not like two wrongs making a right. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so it's not like shooting him will like, you know, make him more alive. So, meanwhile, just shoot him! He's dead!
Rafe, I know you have an opinion, and I think that's adorable, but right now the adults are talking.
Wait, so he's, alright, wait. Maybe he's a zombie. He's not a zombie. How do you know he's a zombie? Because he's talking. He could be a vampire. You can't shoot a vampire. Wait, so we can't shoot him because if he's a vampire, it won't do nothing. Yeah. Wait, how do we know he's not alive? That's a good question. Yeah, that is a good. How do you know you're not alive?
How do I know?
Letter opener turns to. It's a good question. I wrestle with it.
How do I know that I'm not alive?
Yeah.
Or how do you know that I'm not alive? It's very different things. Tell you what, why don't I make this very easy? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. How would each one of you like $100,000 in cash?
The hands all go up.
Good. Do you stand on this side of the sexy minx, please?
Kind of. Actually, I gotta make the roll report for this one. I have to, as the GM, I'd be derelict.
3.
Yeah, so everyone but Python stands over by the car.
Python, do you have a question?
No.
Did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
You just not going
He's got blackmail material on me. I can't.
to. I understand.
It's nothing personal.
No? Well,
I respect you being a vampire. I don't judge.
I appreciate that. Now, question. Would this blackmail material come out if Rafe meddled in timely demise?
And Rafe is just, oh yeah, it's gonna come out. Anything happens to me, everyone is gonna find out about you and what happened in Luxembourg. I'm not an idiot. You can see that they're all wanting to say something at that point, but they're.
Python, what happened in Luxembourg?
I went on a game show.
Oh, did you win?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you be ashamed of that?
I won a yak.
And?
Yeah, tell him about the yak. I was taking the yak, back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It accidentally crushed an orphan. I was lucky to get out of that country alive.
I mean, yes, that's very true.
They confiscated my yak.
That's too bad.
There's still a warrant out for my arrest in Luxembourg.
Mm.
And there is an extradition order here with Luxembourg.
I see.
My yak is serving time, I think. I don't know.
It's a yak.
That's volume.
It's a yak. It's not sort
It's
of
dead.
any time. Very well.
Also Charlie volume.
Okay. I'll let you figure that out.
Allow me then this one briefest little thing. How long have you known Rafe?
12 painful years.
How often has he told the truth?
Never.
And you actually think he has this blackmail material?
Eyes kind of go up, and he joins the other guys. Back to you in the undermarket. So
Apparently yaks have rights too. Right, yaks are people and they have rights too.
Yeah. So you guys are standing in front of the music shop, or the antique musical emporium for the discerning troubadour. That's the title.
Okay, the name's kind of obnoxious, but we were sent here specifically, and we don't actually know the price until we ask. So let's go in.
Okay, you go in.
And we'll see if the others follow.
You go in, and there are guitars on the wall. There's harpsichords and flutes. There's cellos. Everything is on a small little dais. And as you get in there, there's like this little dormouse with like, this kind of like auburn hair with like a partition. It's sort of like a comb over. Comes up to you in a tweed jacket. Excuse me, welcome. Let me have service. You look like musicians of some kind. This is my shop. These are my things. These are the instruments. It's a very nice collection.
Are you
the best of the
dwarves?
market.
Are you Torx?
Am I what?
Are you Torx?
Am I Torx?
Yeah.
Yes. Who else would I be?
An assistant? I don't know.
No, my shop, my things. What can I get for you?
Hi, Moxie sent us.
Oh, Moxie! Oh, I like him. Such a refined fellow, discerning taste. What a wild card he used to be back in the day. Oh.
Okay. So we're looking for some new instruments, I guess.
Who's we?
Well, did they not follow me in?
Yeah, they're kind of like, Zed is like checking out
Me
the
and the
drums.
three clustered by the door looking terrified.
Oh, I see. So what instruments are you looking for?
I would be looking for a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Zed would be looking for a drum set.
Mm-hmm.
Mix, what was Mix? Bass?
Mm-hmm.
So Mix would be a bass guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have a vocalist who couldn't make it. She got way late.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I guess a microphone?
So, you need something, would you say special?
Yeah. It needs to be something we can take into a mortal venue, though.
Oh. Competition, is it?
Yep.
Oh, Mox. Well, I shouldn't do this, but anything for an old bandmate. Follow me. I have just the things you are looking for.
Great.
They're in the back.
Oh dear. Guys!
And they're like, they kind of follow after you. And the little dormouse goes and kind of waves his hand, and the partition, the wall opens up.
I'm not used to seeing dormice alone.
Oh, no, there are others here, but it's my day, my shift, and you hear the sound of a portcullis being raised in the back. Now, we did have one other client come on. They're testing out some of the guitars in the back as well. But these are some of our masterpieces. Exquisite works of the finest detail, capable of making the most majestic and magnificent. Like, what the fuck is this? That guitar has got eyeballs. There's eyeballs in the guitar. Holy shit, they're looking at me.
Miss, don't be rude.
I'm not being rude. The thing is made out of goddamn bone. There's skin and... Oh my god. What is this? Is that a drum? Those are teeth. Those are human teeth in a drum. Who does that? Who does that? Bro, why would you do... So it's like, yeah, gotta admit, teeth drum, little creepy. I don't mind the smile, but yeah, like...
Still not the creepiest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
Magnus, you're still being rude.
No, I am not. He's like, it's alright, so people don't appreciate the finer things. This flute looks like a dragon's... It's like, do not finish that sentence. It look...
Yes.
It's a little
Skin
more...
flute.
It's like, well, to be fair, it's not a dragon's. Huh? Huh?
That's the takeaway. This looks like a dragon's dick. That's not a dragon's.
Yeah. He's like,
I would
Lucas,
like something that's not made out of people.
none of these are made out of people. Most of these are not made
There we go.
We have sections that are not made of people.
it's like Mix is like, she's got one of the bass guitars. It's got the eyeball across it. It's got like the long arcing bone that forms the handle, and she's like clinking away at it. It's like, for an undead abomination, this has really got some good notes. I could jam out to this.
Thank you.
Down. She's like going in with this going, okay, it's a little moist on the downstroke, but no, feel the reverb on this. And you sling it and like a little spray of blood there. Like, I'm feeling this. Can you feel the energy? I probably look so badass right now, don't I? And they're and like Magnus and like Zed are like, no, no, you look like a 14-year-old's nightmare fuel. That's the look. Lucas, do something.
Let's put that down and try some other ones, okay?
All right. I'll be back for you later. And eyeballs blink, 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 blink.
All right. I look for something that looks like it was not made of people.
You find a guitar. The strings look like they're fresh spun wool. The body looks like it's made out of some kind of living topaz. It just swirls in these beautiful patterns, and the notes coming off of it, they're not just magical in terms of power. They're sweet. You can just feel them. Whatever they're playing, it just makes the music just come alive a little bit more.
It's really nice. It really doesn't fit with our vibe.
It's like, oh, glamorous can be tweaked here and there. There's only one little problem with it. Someone was playing Stairway to Heaven on it, and they're like power riffing on it, and as they're really getting into it, you can see the looping like teeth and pointed ears, and the tattoo, like from the first time when you bumped into them, the Leviathan's brothel. It's Fox, and she is rocking out on that one.
Stairway to Heaven?
Oh look! It's the asshole! And asshole's friend.
Hi, Fox.
Rude asshole, asshole junior, and the crazy one. Nix is like, hey, you remembered.
Oh. Considering it's my fault you're still alive.
I helped with your friend.
You did.
Why are you here?
Picking up an instrument. You?
You really gonna make me say it?
Are you having a hard time saying it?
Strum, am I having a hard time? Strum, strum with the rude little guy. Strum, who thinks it's the 90s. Strum, strum, gonna make him cry. Magnus is like, wow, that's
bad. Like, it's a really nice instrument, and you made it sound bad.
Yeah, but bro.
Name a better summary of the Beatles.
But bro, she can't sing, but she can power chord, and she's got something you haven't got.
Boobs?
Sex appeal. You've got something in common with her. We both don't like you.
Moxie's still gonna be pissed if you join her band.
No, you can't have the guitar strum. It's like, do you want me to go deal with this? I'll just fucking...
No, there's no need.
So Nix is like, okay, Lucas.
I'm guessing
we don't need this. We can go. We've got a perfectly good drum set with human teeth. The eyeball guitar works just fine. It works with the aesthetic. We can do this. Magnus is like, yeah.
I am not using the eyeball guitar.
Eyeball guitar.
Nix, you're really sold on the eyeball guitar, I know. Try a few other bass guitars.
I can see what you're playing.
Alright, fine. And she kind of stomps off and goes back to where the other ones were.
So, do you have anything that can play something other than Stairway to Heaven?
It's like, it's the musician who plays it, you know? It's like, oh, very well. And he escorts you, and there's another guitar, very similar to the first one, except where that one was gold, this one is blue, and it's sapphire and amethyst were woven together.
competition together.
Mm-hmm.
She's not in the band, in my band.
Mm-mm.
Definitely do not want to have the same guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have something a little more metally?
Yes, if you want.
You don't think it's a good idea?
Well, it depends. So he brings you like a beautifully like this guitar is nice. It's very similar to the one you want, and it's made of liquid metal. The moment you touch it, it actually reconfigures itself to you,
Ooh.
and it feels
Ow! I bit my
like
tongue.
it feels like silk, and it actually kind of looks like a axe, like the one on Charlie's phone. So it kind of spreads, and you're riffing on these tunes, and it seems to like just anticipate the notes that you want.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I ask the price?
It is for monks. It is very expensive. You got Fox. Strong, you can't have it. Strong, cause you suck. Strum.
I'll leave, and you should probably have to stop. Bleh. You probably can get to stop listening to her.
He's like, it's quite right, she's a customer. And then you've got Zed like, listen, I don't care how expensive it is, I'm not using instruments that are made out of pieces of living meat, okay?
Does this look like meat to you?
No, it doesn't. So get the damn guitar, pay him whatever he needs, and let's go before Mix comes up with something else. Hey guys, check it out. It's a tambourine made out of entrails. Is this boss or what?
They are the weirdest hipster ever. Why don't you look for something?
It's like, okay, fine.
You're the one who's raining tokens, apparently.
He goes and he starts searching. So eventually what it comes down to is Magnus comes back. Magnus has found a guitar, and it's an acoustic. It's a nice one. It's literally made out of living wood, like it's sprouting leaves and branches and this kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
But once he starts getting into it, he's getting some really nice tones off of that. There is a very nice drum kit. It's made of the same stuff your guitar is, except where the canvas is. It seems to be some kind of chitin. You're not sure, but it's not living. Like
it probably was.
The metal reacts to him, but it's not flesh and blood. Mix is still like
set on the eyeball guitar.
Yeah, she is set absolutely on the eyeball guitar. And here's the thing, Fox, seems to be. She doesn't seem to be an asshole about giving you a hard time. It's sort of like somebody who kind of like doesn't really know how to flirt. It's sort of they resort to flirting by pulling on your hair.
Wait, am I actually figuring that out?
We're gonna find out.
Jesus, do I have to roll notice for that?
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, social cues.
1.
You're convinced that she hates you. Magnus and Zed are like, you're like, what? Punch her out? Take the guitar? Set her hair on fire? What?
All these valuable options.
They're gesturing you like, no, I don't get.
Yes, she's annoying. Let's move on.
So this kind of thing. So the dormouse comes up to you, gives you a small bill, tiny bill, not the contents of a said bill.
Sad. And?
It's an odd request. He has a friend of his who passed away, who is a member of your court, and would very much like the aim returned to him.
That wouldn't be a friend. That would be a nightmare of his, then.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where the aim is?
Yeah, you do. He gives you the address, which is kind of horrifyingly familiar. It's your apartment building.
Why is it in my apartment building?
He doesn't say.
Does it have a unit number?
No.
Okay, so it's somewhere in the apartment building. Okay. And you know it's there, or this is the last scene?
It was last scene there.
Last scene? Okay. I will do everything I can. And is that for just the guitar, or is that for the drum set? And please find something else, Mix.
Mix has got like the eyeball guitar, she's got the entrail tambourine, and she's like, check out the flute. I don't play it, I just want it. But
And do you have anything for a vocalist? Mic or something? I don't know.
He gives you a mic.
Cute. Okay.
So they're all agreed on this point. He's willing to seal the deal if you guys are saying yes to this.
Okay. I'm good with it. I'm not good with Mix's picks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one.
Fine. Eyeball guitar for the win.
You have to really?
I can put a different glamour on it.
It's still gonna squish and make blood and gross.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so stage plan, no one stands near Mix.
They kind of stand off to the side. So eventually they kind of all acquiesce and the deal is struck. They all agree.
Okay, and you guys are all in on this too. Like it's a shared debt. You guys are helping me return the game.
Yeah, I guess we can. So they're kind of hemming and hawing, and they eventually agree.
If you don't agree to help me return the game,
fine.
then they're mine.
We will be glad to help you. Let's just get the fuck out of here and get the hell away from Mix, okay?
All right.
Meanwhile, back at the mansion.
Good. So, let's get Rafe.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. The thoughts going through your head. I'm telepathic. I can tell what you are thinking.
Definitely pathetic.
Fire.
And they're like, you're telling them to fire?
Yeah. I just point it right. Fire.
Okay. So Rafe is dead. They each fire 2 or 3 shots into him, and he kind of, you know, falls against the back of the car and kind of pulls himself, up to the windows, and they shoot him again, and he kind of turns over, grabs a hold of the side mirror, and he starts falling down. He starts pulling himself back up, and they shoot him again, and he's kind of lying on the ground, and he's like, I never liked you, Uncle. You never understood me.
Anyway.
You let me die.
I will come back one day, just as you have. You will rule the day. The guys are just kind of looking at each other.
Dead yet?
Rue the day.
Okay, could you...
Rue.
You could speed this up by stabbing him a lot.
Python, would you mind? No. Not dead.
I understand. He goes into the Maserati, turns on the ignition, backs it up a couple feet. You hear the crunch.
Oh.
Puts it in forward, rolls it back to the original spot, takes it off, throws you the keys.
Now, so you lot will stay employed here, and I will send you 100,000 each. This needs to be cleaned.
We'll get Miss Rose.
Don't take that hallway. She's just vacuumed.
All the eyes go wide. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
That was a bit excessive.
It was. Python, I have no use for a Maserati that has been used in a vehicular homicide. But, seeing as how the only people that know about it are us.
He takes it.
Enjoy.
So, they seem to be fairly, happy with the way things turned out. So, but, what are you doing now? Because you've got about an hour left on this, and Sarah and Melissa should be home anytime now.
Actually, what are your real names?
Marcus,
Mark.
James, Richard,
Good.
Lori.
Hello.
Where'd the fourth one come from?
There was like 5.
Oh.
Good.
Three.
One of
Short
you.
for Lawrence.
Good.
William. Most people call me Bill, but it's really William.
William is. One of you. Give me a lift somewhere. I need to go somewhere soon.
Do you want to take the Maserati?
It's still covered in blood. No, I do not want to take the Maserati. I'm gonna take this car.
Alright. So, we segue. You were driving down a lovely country road. Where are you headed?
The apartment?
Okay. Wind is blowing. The air is fresh. You hear him occasionally hit the horn and wooga. Wooga. People stop by, they wave. To be fair, you were not expecting him to have a Model 2 Ford in pristine condition.
I'm actually surprised he got this in working order.
Yeah, you always like the classics.
Something to be said about what? A single gallon of gasoline?
Yeah. Truth is, not the weirdest day ever. So what was it like?
It was what like? Not fun.
Scary?
Briefly.
Did you have to play one of those things?
Play one of those things?
Yeah, the little.
How did I fucking know that was it?
A harp.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't end up in the other place, did you?
No.
With the little babies. The ones with the wings.
No.
Oh. Were there dogs?
I did not end up in dog heaven.
Oh, it's too bad.
True.
I had a German Shepherd.
Oh yes?
It's dead.
That's too bad.
I could do this conversation for hours, but you eventually get back to the apartment.
Okay. Alright, wait here. So I go upstairs.
Yeah.
In my apartment.
Yep.
The door. Grab the bags of money.
Yep.
Count out 5 of them, so 500K.
Yeah.
Put it in a bag.
Yep.
And bring it back down.
Okay.
Put it in the car. Oh. Of course let's start with the teeth first.
You okay?
I'm not the weirdest day you've had?
No.
Hold on, please. It will get weirder.
Yeah. Okay, so he drives back. You guys take the Model T Ford with the big bag of money. You get back, and as you eventually do, parks in the garage, distributes the money. Melissa and Sarah there, and they are packing in a hurry.
Leaving so soon.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of looks at you, and she's like, Uncle?
Briefly.
And she's like, oh, it's an enchantment. Of course. Of course.
Just long enough to set the wrong things right.
And she nods, and she's like, Sarah, one doll, we have to go. We don't have a lot of time.
Where are you headed?
Out. We're leaving. We're leaving Arden as quickly as we can.
Probably for the best. Take this with you.
She takes it, and she nods, and she's like, the big staff comes with Mommy. You wouldn't understand, but there've been some complications, and we need to leave immediately.
Complications?
Mm-hmm.
Like?
Mags and Sycorax have found out about the mansion, and they're on their way. We need to be out of here right now.
Okay.
I'm taking Sarah to the upstairs chamber. We will close it from the inside, and then we'll disappear, and us with it.
Very well. Start picking up her bags.
Okay. And you actually hear, you actually feel it. There's a tremor that kind of rocks the mansion, and the walls actually start shifting. Chandeliers start rocking back and forth, and you can hear some of the guys that you were talking to before who shot Rafe. You can hear them yelling at one another directions.
Boys! Vacate the premises! Now!
That's when you hear another explosion kind of rock the outside of the mansion. And for some reason, the sky is getting very dark, and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Meanwhile, back at you, the little dormouse is shaking each of your hands, and you've got the musician. It's actually, you're not carrying this stuff out, it's going to be delivered to your apartment for you.
Alright.
And as you do, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you start to head out towards the train that leads out to the Undermarket.
6?
Mm-hmm. Your parrot-headed friend.
Your companion.
Okay, Goblin.
Yep. Raven,
Raven.
Nyx, Magnus, Zed, you.
Okay, so we picked up Raven.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Oh, where are you headed?
Who are you talking to?
The parrot.
Ah, with you, of course. I'm your companion.
Sorry, what now?
Well, you needed assistance and you required my map, and I sold you my map in exchange for being your permanent companion. So where are we off to? Are we headed home? I bet it's a lovely establishment.
It's a shitty apartment with no more free rooms.
Well, that should be awkward. Somebody will be put out then. Oh, I hope it's not you, young sir. Man, this is like, what did you do? What did you do? Why is the parrot coming with us?
Well, Magnus, you get to share the couch with the parrot.
I've always wanted a couch. I will fucking kill this guy. Oh, I am quite adept at fisticuffs, I will have you know. I also make a very mean poached egg. So.
Oh, it's useful.
Oh yes, I'm quite the culinary expert.
I say this pointedly at Magnus. Alright. You do know, things are kind of tense in Arden, right?
They're tense everywhere. But what is life if not an adventure? I remember the time when I first met Queen Elizabeth I. Oh, Liz was a wild card, I can tell you. And she could chit at gin like nobody's business. There was a time we were playing a game of gin, and I have to say that she broke wind in the middle of a hand, and everybody would say a word.
You do have a glamour, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay, like the humans can see you. You don't look too weird.
Oh, I'm sure they don't see anything me. I'm using my glamour right now, hence this beautiful suit.
I see a parrot head.
Do you? What's it like?
Birdie.
I'm sure that's very common where you're from.
No.
Ha!
Are you going to look goblin-y on the surface?
No, I've got a perfect disguise. I'm not an idiot. Takes out a little fedora, puts it on. Nah.
Okay, so you're gonna be staying in the apartment and never leaving because...
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. But carry on, we'll be late. Last train leaves at 9.
You can't... If you wander around looking like a fae,
Mm-hmm.
and the humans can see through it,
Mm-hmm.
the roses are just gonna disappear you.
It'll be fine. You worry too much, young sir. You worry too much. This is why you're so dowdy. You need to relax. Relax. As soon as we get home, I will make you a French toast, a poached egg, and a piece of bacon. You'll love it.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Well, I don't want to spoil you.
But I also don't necessarily think you want to be dispirited.
Oh, I will not be disappointed. I am quite resourceful.
Alright.
As I proved myself during the first Bolshevik Revolution in Russia.
I mean, I'm not stopping him. He can come. I just don't think he's gonna survive.
He survived the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. I think he'll be fine.
You know
I
what
think
they
your
say.
first overnight stay, but you're gonna wake up and Magnus is gonna have a black eye. What happened to you? Nothing. I fell. Like,
You know what they say. Czar today, gone tomorrow.
oh. That's a little genocidal humor. Oh, man. Oh, my heart. Ooh. Poor Anastasia. Anyway.
I mean, technically it wasn't genocide.
The entire family was murdered.
Yes, but genocide is like a race of people.
Genocide.
Ah, there you go. Actually, there's another term for that. I don't know.
Familicide?
Maybe.
Well, come along, young sir. I have a feeling our adventures are just about to begin.
And because the royals is regicide.
Yeah, no, it's right.
Yep.
Thank you.
After all, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
Well, you getting disappeared is not the worst, so.
No.
Alright, well, I mean, you're welcome to come, but.
So you guys get on the train. We're not going to make you roll for that. And you're able to make your
I
way.
don't remember actually making this deal, but I'm going along with it because.
Verbal contract.
No, I literally don't think this was actually said.
And
Yep, it was.
He said, am I your companion? You said, yes.
After he gave you the map.
Yes, but there was no time frame.
We'll debate that later. So, at this point, from the outside view, the mansion is under siege. The left wing is on fire.
Okay.
The clouds, it is black as pitch outside. You guys are running up the stairway. One of the walls kind of collapses. Blazer goes down with it. He was helping you guys get out. And you were at that beautiful wooden arch, the one that you helped the ladybugs get into. And the door opens, and you can actually see the hair flowing off of Melissa. It's actually gotten longer, and the dress has become this kind of sheer white silk. And there's no wind, but it's actually kind of flowing around her. And she's like, honey, get inside. These are mommy's bags. Take them, get inside. I know, you love the forest. In you go. In you go. There we are. And she's kind of taking the bags you've got with him. Go through the south entrance. Underneath the wine cellar, there's a tunnel that leads out past the lake.
Right, nice.
And that's when you hear there's another explosion. Make an athletics roll.
2.
Take 2 points of physical.
You want no athletics?
No.
Ouch.
Chandeliers come down. Brickwork is coming apart. Even the wooden arch that holds that separate room in the Fey realm, the wood starts actually to split.
Yeah.
And she's coming to. She's like, you have to go now. Holy shit, this is. We should have had more time. We should have. How did they find us? And then you hear like the clock, like somebody's like got roller skates in the house from the downtown, and she's like, you hear this like voice kind of sounds like like a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old. It's like, little bunnies, where are you?
So I just get like, it's okay, shove, slam.
At that point, like you can see the seam of the door just kind of meld in, and the door starts to kind of like age rapidly. The wood kind of flecks off and splits, and moments later, it's just a pile of dust.
All right.
On the floor.
So
And you can hear the scream of Mrs. Rose, and the sound of a body being like thrown up against a wall.
all right then, I will nope the fuck out of here.
Tick tock, tick tock. Max, have you found them? Not yet, Six. Take a look in the study. They gotta be here somewhere. I can still smell that kid. It's like a lamb after you put it through the meat grinder. It's not time to eat. Oh, I found dresses. Focus, Max. All right.
So yeah, just
Noping away.
yeah, just getting the fuck out. Let's see here. This is on the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
She has clearly found the boudoir.
She's on the boudoir, which means both of them are in the house. So find either a gaping hole in the wall, which should not be difficult, or a window.
Or the route
Which
that
should
she
not be
recommended.
Okay.
The route is downstairs.
You can easily get through well, not easily, but there is a hole with a little luck you could force yourself through down the corridor.
How small is this corridor?
No, like the one side was completely blown, but where you were, where the bricks kind of fell out, you could kind of force your way. You can. It's enough that you can get it through it sideways,
Okay.
but not abreast.
Then yeah, if I'm doing that. Then
Okay.
it turns sideways.
You can I get you to make a stealth roll, please?
2.
Good enough. You're able to get through there, and just as you were, you kind of crouch down, and you see what effectively is like a 14-year-old wearing like top hat on roller skates, and she's not skating right now. She's just kind of floating across, and she's holding a croquet mallet, and it is just slick with blood. And she's got like Miss Rose's face like tied to her belt, and the blood is kind of staining the white dress. And she's got like a little hockey mask with a smiley face on it. And the power you are getting off of her is just overwhelming. But it's weird. It's not like nightmares. The only time you felt like this is when you encountered the maidens, except it's turned up to 13.
Okay.
And for a split second, she kind of comes by and you can see the blood kind of dripping behind her.
Actually, shouldn't hers feel like closer to a night? Like, shouldn't it feel like that plus nightmare magic? Given its mags?
Yeah, but from his perspective, this is kind of how it's feeling right now. And she kind of, you think you're in the clear, and the head kind of turns and looks directly at you, but you're not sure if she actually sees you or not. You think there's no way she could not see you, but either she didn't or was really uninterested. But as she starts heading off down the hallway, you kind of look over and she's gone. You just hear her voice echo out, "The moon is coming. You know that. The moon is coming. Oh look, someone to play with! And you hear a thud and the sound of a bone shattering.
Alright, get the fuck out.
Okay, so we just kind of segue this. You actually make yourself down to the wine cellar. It's getting late. Oh no, it's not. It's only 9:30.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay, no, you're able to get through there, down to the wine cellar. Make an English roll.
So yeah, I'm going to be tapping the eye for detail thing.
Okay.
And re-rolling the -4. Or a -2. Fantastic. Which still gives me a 1.
Okay. You make it to the wine cellar. As you do, there's a small figure there. It's probably about yay big. Most of that is head, large nose, large eyes, grinning mouth, hair coming out of the ears, little talons and little feet covered in like thick, curly, scratchy hair. Just looks up at you. It's like, oh, she did. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Get her. Grabs a bottle, throws at you, shatters.
I did not understand a word of that, did you?
No.
Subtitles. Get out of here. This is mine. It does not belong to you. This is mine. Throws bottle. Sound of glass shattering.
I'm not here for your fucking wine. I'm here to get out.
It's like, and the moment you come talking with an Irish accent, he just kind of, he's recognizing it.
Wait for it.
How good is your Fey lore?
I don't have lore, so
So roll for it.
Yeah.
-1.
He's hairy and you hate him.
Yep, he just wasted booze. So
He's like grabbing the bottles, but he's not.
Irish intensifies.
He grabs a couple bottles, is like putting them under arms. He's like trying to carry 9 bottles out, and he's just like hissing at you. Yeah. And he
Fucking
grabs you.
Bastards. Grab a couple bottles.
He's like, is that mine?
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the creepy kid's voice. I think I had something down here. 6. I think there's a cellar somewhere. She's like, we're not interested in cellars. They wouldn't put it down there. That's not how their magic works. Fine. And you're not supposed to be drinking. You're not my mother. I know, because you didn't boil me in a cat like your mother.
Take out just like a piece of paper, and then fold it up. Take a single bottle, put it in the middle, and put it in the middle of the room. Put the little sign on it, and then leave.
What's the sign say?
Drink me.
So,
Because they might stop to do it, which gives me time. I mean, I can be rich. It's more than I had. And if one of them's an alcoholic, it actually might start a fight. So.
Well, one of them's 14, so not legal drinking age.
What?
You're just getting it for the sacks.
Oh.
you are able to make it out. It takes a while to get out there because every 5 or 6 minutes, the guy you're following will turn around and throw one of his bottles at you. You are wasting booze! You wait, fucker! I don't think he likes you.
You think? Sorry about your house.
It's alright. Yeah, I had a good run.
I suppose.
Duck.
You godless tit!
So you make it to the end, and you're like, okay, there's a door, and that's when you recognize the little fuzzball's red eyes are kind of looking at you, and that's when you see another set of red eyes, another set of red eyes, another set of red eyes. There's probably about 40 of them, just kind of like looking at you and kind of like hissing, and his jazz. It's like, and the other one's, and they're kind of like hissing at you.
Point at him. Point at the one with the booze. He's hogging the booze.
Roll for rapport.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to make another aspect involving Irish alcoholic.
Redundant.
I mean, I'm sure there's a sober one somewhere.
Yeah.
Not my grandfather, but you know.
Alright.
Not willingly, anyways.
2.
It's a lot better than the -4.
Yeah.
So they basically kind of collapse on him like a furry fanged wall of hell. It's like 38 angry cats fighting over one fishbone. The downside of this is it kind of collapses in on you too. So it's basically like that giant cartoon fight where it's a cloud and you see claws and feet and things kind of
I'm
come
just
out.
gonna Bugs Bunny my way at the bottom
Yeah,
of it.
you're kind of like you're kind of pulling yourself by your arms out of the cloud. You're a little scraped and bruised up.
Are you trying to keep your handle on the booze?
The 2 bottles that I grabbed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Mine.
give me one last athletics roll.
1.
Good enough. So you're able to get out there, and you've got the booze, you've got the suit, you've made it out. Your shoes are gone, your socks are gone. It looks like the bottom of your pants was chewed on by dogs. You know the one sleeve is kind of ripped off. The ties, genre, like you've had a day.
Right. Never got your name, by the way.
Carl.
Hello, Carl.
All right.
Okay, just start walking in Home's general direction.
Yeah. So you're starting to make your way towards that. You're like, okay, we have to go that way. I'm walking this way. Just walking.
Well, it was easy enough to plot my way back because I was in a Model T4. We were going at top speeds of 35 miles an hour.
You're walking your
I
back.
was able to plot a course.
You're walking your way back home, and people are like, "Honey, don't look at the hobo." You know, going across the street, and you know, everyone's just kind of giving you a wide berth. And you see the apartment, and you see the police tape next door, and the letter opener's like, "This your place?"
Yeah.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Question.
Mm.
What about him?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel like something moving in one pocket of the suit. You got the little fuzzball. He's hanging upside down.
Can you tell which little fuzzball it is?
You think it's the one that he was chasing you? It's like, oh, hello. Nice place out here. Much better than there.
There's no room. What do you want?
Yeah. I've lost my own home.
Not my fault.
No, didn't say it was. Looking for a new one.
Right. And you can do what exactly?
Yeah. I got a speciality.
Which is?
I got in the wine cellars. Liquors, alcohols, spirits. Unless somebody intrudes, get a little miffy. I also cook, clean, keep the rats out, keep the other hops out.
Can I come up at this point?
Yeah, at this point you do come up.
Right. So I'll just.
I don't expect a handout. I work for a living.
So I'll just kind of put them right side up.
That's better.
Hey, cuz.
Hey.
I'm talking to the leprechaun or leprechaun, whichever
It's
the leprechaun,
yeah,
whatever it is.
Oh, it's you.
But you know each other.
Well, I mean, not specifically, but related Fae.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Why'd you
Okay.
have a cleric pen?
What?
Angry leprechaun.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm not angry when you come and you start taking stuff that isn't ours and being disrespectful and such. We're on to member of the household, but don't have a house no more.
Well,
I cook, I clean, I keep the rats out, I guard your liquor, I organize the liquor, I let you know when the liquor needs to be filled up, and I also am very, very good in the kitchen. I'm also very good against burglars and thieves, provided you don't want the bones back.
But that's great, but we don't have a cellar.
Yeah,
yeah, we do.
We don't. The building, I guess, does, but there's definitely no alcohol in there.
Yet.
This is also very true. Look, we've had a wee bit of a problem with infestations in the past week. It has been dealt with as of right now. However, infestations have a tendency.
You know, 1863 was a nice one for Chardonnay. I got just the spot in mind for it. Someplace nice away from natural light.
Right.
Can I tell if this is a chlorocan or a regular old leprechaun?
Yep.
Do I have to roll for it?
Yep. Oh, you're gonna make me look it up.
Yep.
Is it with a G?
God damn it, you have an Irish triple.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all under leprechaun. I clumped them because they're all variants of the same thing.
I actually love how you organize this book so much.
It's about a fey species. Can I just spend a fey point for a plus?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna fucking get it right. It's a 2.
A, B, C, D, E, F,
It's under L.
G, J, K. I can't believe we actually put the hat man in here. That's scary as shit. That's another story.
Sherlock Holmes. So
yeah, it's a clear count.
yeah, basically angry leprechaun. Leprechauns can be obnoxious. Chloricans are dialed that to 20 on a 10-point scale.
However, if you show them respect, they behave themselves and will reciprocate. That's right from the book.
Yeah, but anyways. They'll show you respect. A surly, angry.
You could show someone respect and still be an asshole. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's see here. Well, you were here when we walked in, so just basement's downstairs.
You're right.
Feel free to set up shop there if you like.
Right. And he takes the wine, and he looks at it, and it kind of goes off, and you hear like some doors slamming, things like falling down. Like, for some reason, there's a hubcap sound rolling around, and and then you hear like the sound of like somebody hammering and doing construction very quickly.
The Looney Tunes cartoon in there.
Yeah, they've got a reputation for doing shit fast when you aren't looking.
Fantastic. Right. So
That includes destroying things.
All right.
I mean, no, that's the regular leprechaun.
So yeah, just go into the apartment.
You guys go. Both of you make notice rolls as you guys head up those stairs.
So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on next door?
I'm not entirely sure. One.
Okay. You notice this, Mariah, that the door is ajar and there's the smell of medical antiseptic coming out of the apartment.
Readying my blade.
Okay.
So there you go.
We really hope this is the instrument delivery.
You see Lewis, and he's got Roy on the kitchen table applying bandages to him. You've also got, I believe it's Janice, who's also a member of your FOI. You've never really talked to her. She made an appearance in the first issue. And she's helping him by, her hands are kind of she's got blue energy, just kind of weaving tendrils
She's healing,
around.
basically.
She's trying to heal him, Roy is beat up. Lewis just looks at you and he's like, I am so sorry. We didn't know where else to go. It's Roy, and he's just gesturing. He's got like deep lacerations, like through the chest. One caught him by the throat, and she's actually trying to reattach his arm. And you can see that he's holding up like the bags of blood going into him.
Alright.
Okay. Anything we need to? Anything we can do?
Can changelings turn into anything?
Sorry?
Can changelings turn into anything?
They can.
Depends on the changeling.
I need an aquarium and some salt water.
Okay. So.
Oi! Leprechaun! Front and center! Claricon! Sorry! Buck! I need your name later. Jesus Christ.
He does not.
I'll go downstairs and just like towards the hammering.
Okay. It's like. You've actually, like, in the time that he's gone, he's got like 3/4 of a decent wine cellar put together.
This is rather nice, isn't it?
It's like, I don't like mahogany much. It's allergenic.
No, nice.
And he's got the one bottle of wine, and for some reason there's pot lighting illuminating it. It's the only bottle of wine there, so he figured.
Right, listen, I need something from you, and
Is it the wine?
what?
Is
No,
it the wine?
no. Here, I need you to build me something. Need an aquarium. Go, yeah, big.
Alright.
Bottle of whiskey.
Oh! He's like, oh, you know, he could judge her, shakes it, sniffs the bottle, holds it up in the light, you know, he's listening to its song.
With that thing, and I need salt water in it, and I need it in my apartment.
And a moment later you hear like the hammering and everything else.
So, go upstairs.
So you're like, you give him the instructions, and by the time you get to the apartment, the aquarium's already there.
Fantastic. Just open the door. Alright. Turn on the counter. Is he conscious?
In and out, in and out.
Roy? Roy, what?
He's not responding right now. He
Strongly. Focus my flash.
Oh yeah. Apparently you left it with me.
Oh, just noticed.
Here, hold on a second. I take out this like big, thick, velvet bag thing. Apparently it's explosion proof. And here's the whiskey. And yeah, apparently it's extremely expensive.
Yeah, perhaps make it. So I didn't ask when. I just.
I personally assume bathtub whiskey is not worth much.
Well, you made it 300 years ago. I mean, I'm guessing it takes on.
Listen, I know we gotta talk, but Roy's hurting here.
Crack open
Well,
the
no,
bottom,
I'm
just,
like
waves
doing
the
this
nozzle
as
like in front of his nose.
Okay.
There's shit
Yeah.
all I can do about it. I mean, I could sing a motivating song.
Wake up.
Is it?
Buddy, I need you to turn into a starfish.
That was gonna be. Oh wow, that's like 6 different edges to do right now.
Yeah, he's struggling just to keep together. And Lewis is like, we got jumped by a bunch of roses. It wasn't their fault. Seethers, each of them. We gave as good as we got. It's
You made another life. It's fine.
it's messy. Two of them we broke them pretty hard. Third one got us.
Wait, roses?
Roses.
But so wait, are we back at war?
No. Seethers got them. The courts know that there's a Seether infestation. It's been hitting Rose's court. We even got reports of the filth attacking a couple of the Blade patrols.
Oh, Joe.
We were sent to investigate when one of ours didn't come back. Bab said it would just be really quick. I don't think she knew either. It's all through the city. We've had 14 attacks in the last 2 days.
What day is it?
You guys are like, you've only been gone 24 hours if that.
Okay, so we shit. I'm gone the whole day.
I'm on the way.
Um,
Find my phone.
Is there anything else?
Okay, you've got your phone.
The person I know is Babs. Ooh, wait. No. Those two roses that gave me a pat down before when I went into the territory to get to Antonio's house, did they give me a business card?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Phoning now.
Wait a second. Also, was Fox? There was someone doing Healy shit. Was Fox the one?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh crap. Hey Magnus,
Yeah.
did you get Fox's contact?
Fox?
You know the obnoxious person in the undermarket?
No, but you did.
No.
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you check the back of the guitar?
She better fucking not have written on my guitar.
Okay.
I checked the back of the guitar.
She totally wrote on the back of your guitar.
Hell. Okay. I'm calling Fox.
Thing is, it's not really a phone number per se.
What is it?
A set of musical chords.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, strum them on the guitar.
And that's when there's a flash of light. Kind of not like a bright light, more like glitter and pink.
What the fuck?
And she's standing there kind of like with a towel and like one of the shower caps on.
Apparently I had bad timing.
It's just like, what the fuck?
We
I
need
was in the shower!
We need a healer.
That's not how that works!
Hey.
Gloves are on. Grabbing her.
Who's he?
Pushing her towards Roy.
Who's they? What's going on? Can I...
Heal. If you can do it, fucking do it.
Please, cool your tits. Oh, jeez. God damn. Just...
Also, why did you write on me? Nope. Not yelling.
You know the asshole motif you've got going on? Not working for you. Also, does anyone have a jacket I can put on or something?
Okay, something.
Thank you.
Here, take this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't rip.
Fucking rescue the world, dripping wet again in the shower. Oh my god.
Story of my life.
Who's this guy?
Hi, Declan. I live here.
Hi, Declan. Who lives here? Who's he?
That's Roy.
Oh, hi, Roy. What happened to Roy?
See there?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I've been trying to...
Apparently, riding a trio of roses?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we just need you to egg him, you know?
Okay.
And make a phone call.
Okay.
Can you do
and
this?
she's kind of like, yeah, oh.
Changeling.
Yeah, I know. Not for much longer. Oh, okay.
Can you at least keep him alive till we get someone else here?
No, we can do this. I'm
I'm
pretty sure
gonna-
we can do this.
I'm going to...
Here.
Why don't you try and find you some
Can I
backup?
use my investigate with my sight on?
Yeah. You can.
So like I can turn that on and then use that just
Yeah.
to... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do that. So that's 5.
5. He's, those deep lacerations that he got and the arm that's trying to be attached weren't just lacerations, they were poisoned. That stuff he's got, those lacerations have seether venom in them. So effectively what that does is that drives you into that irate berserker frenzy until you burn yourself out.
Right.
That's what the seethers feed on. She grabs your guitar and basically shoves it in your chest. She snaps her fingers and hers appears. She did pick up the gold one. And she's like, okay. It's like,
Oh, you did get the
Roy,
gemstone one.
Roy, this is going to hurt a lot, but you will be mostly okay if things
Lucas?
go well.
Lucas? How does your work?
I'm obviously being support.
No, your Toshi bit.
We do not want him addicted to me, no.
No, but how does it work? He's been poisoned.
You can't poison changelings.
He's been poisoned.
It's...
See there? Okay, this see what I'm seeing the Seether Venom, it just immediately triggers rage, anger, all of that shit. If your touch calms him down,
It doesn't calm.
Okay. She's like, you need to start playing. I'm taking lead.
All right, like key.
Musical key. She would know. I don't. I know nothing about the musics. I think B is a key.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll just go in the other room and make my phone.
So she starts playing like a Irish lullaby, but she's getting you to do like the backup underground chorus.
Yeah.
So you need to roll your performance for this. Shit.
That was not my best roll.
What was it?
Neutral. So it's only a 5.
Okay. So
I mean, I could spend a point, but it could be worse. In fact, do another roll.
My highest roll of this game has been like 4, because that's where my investigate is, and you're like, oh,
okay.
it's only a
To put
5.
things in context, he's going to die.
So you're suggesting I should spend that fate point?
I would very much like it if you did, yes.
Okay, there we go. Plus
Okay.
2. So I got a 7.
Good. Because she starts playing and she's like, fuck, 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 it's not working. And she's like, I can't get a handle on it. And you're like, new instrument, she's not. And you're able to figure out what she's doing. And you end up swapping. So she was taking lead with you as backup. You end up jumping for backup.
This spell.
You jump from backup into lead, and she just kind of goes back into. Basically, you go from backup to lead. She goes from lead to backup, and it ends up working because of you. And she's able to get the rift, and she's like, shit, yeah, that's it, that's it. You start seeing the venom kind of like pulling itself out.
Lewis, get a bowl.
Lewis has got like, he grabs the fishbowl, dumps it out, you know, it's got, and you can actually see the blood kind of turn black and red, and it's kind of curling up and going into it. It takes, like, you guys play this lullaby over and over and over again. It's like 3 hours of intensive playing.
I've got this song memorized.
But at the end of it, his breathing goes back to normal. Color is coming back in his face. The arm slowly reattaches itself. And something really weird in that fishbowl. You can see the 2 little seether eyes, like, blinking at you. Part of an ear, part of a claw. The seether venom isn't really venom per se. It actually manifests seethers. It's how they can kind of propagate themselves.
If we burn it, does it die?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out though. Now.
Yeah.
So yeah, during the concerto,
Yeah.
phoned the 2 roses that gave me the pat down was.
Yeah, what are you asking them for? They're like, yeah, what do you want?
Hey, so did 3 of yours go missing?
Yeah, 3, 4, no, what is it? Hang on. 1, 2, 3. We're at 9 now. What are you guys at? We've been run off the rails.
I don't know, but I'm sorry to say 3 and 3 years ago.
Oh, shit. Again, it was like, who were they? Where were they?
Lewis?
Yeah, he's like, ah.
I need you to give a description of the people.
He gives a description, and they're recording it. By the way, we found a couple of headless blades down by the waterfront.
Fuck.
Picked them up on a patrol. We don't think it was seethers this time.
Take a, just take out a notepad, alright? Give me a description.
They give like a description. It's like, listen, we've got the aims for both of them. You guys are supposed to. Those are important to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're holding them for you. We can drop them off, or you can pick them up.
You feel free to drop them off. I'll give them the address.
It's like,
You got safe passage to here.
it's like, we have your word on that.
You do.
All right. It's like, be safe out there. Things are getting nuts.
Yeah. By the way, that mansion.
Yeah.
Stay away from it.
All right. You can fill us in when we get there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if we're supposed to be telling you this or not, so you didn't hear from us, but nobody's supposed to have contact with the mortals right now. Like, normal mortals. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but it's like World War III. Everyone's telling us from the roses and the topaz and the filth is just, we don't mess with them. Something's happening.
Alright. Thanks for the heads up. See you in a bit.
So that's kind of, so you definitely get like shit. Crisis is hitting them, and it's hitting you guys too, and nobody seems to know what's going on.
Get dressed in my clothing.
Okay. So you get a knock at the door, like not the outside door, but your bedroom door, and it's Fox.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a smoke or anything? I'm out, and I just kind of arrived in a towel, and I'm beat.
I do not have a smoke. If you want to crash, you can use my bed there. There's spare clothes over yonder.
Cool, thanks. All right, do you have anything to drink?
Yeah, under the pillow.
All right. So she goes and grabs a thing on her pillow, takes a drink. So, nice place you got here. What's your story?
Private investigator. You?
No, I'm not.
You don't say.
Yeah. Guitarist, had a couple of gigs, working it out.
How long you been in Lucas?
Lucas? Oh, is that what the dick's name is?
How long you been into him?
He tried to pick me up at a brothel, did a piss poor job of it. But he had that kind of dorky, kind of rocker, emo, insecurity thing, which honestly is really refreshing. I think he hides behind his, dickish machismo alpha male thing.
Right.
Because mommy issues.
Right. It's kind of like hiding behind being a cunt.
Yeah. No, see, you get it. Takes another drink. Yeah, but no, he's kind of cute. He's not hard on the eyes. He can hold a guitar. He knows what he's doing. He just needs somebody to iron out those rough edges, and he needs somebody to protect him from somebody like that, and that's where I come in.
Right. Or you can just, accept him for who he is, how he is, and then if all works out, he'll do the same thing to you.
Okay.
For being a cunt.
Declan, you seem like a nice guy.
Bear in mind you're sitting on my bed.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to break it down for you really easy. I've somehow become a fox predator thing.
How long have you been like this?
6 months.
Oh, you're new. Good.
Yeah, so working it through. So traditional relationships don't seem to work out so well for me. Predator-prey things work out really good for me.
You're a fox.
Yeah, thank you.
So you did
Yeah,
that.
I did it on the bad side.
No, they're both
They're both what?
predator and prey.
Okay, I'm the predator in this situation.
Yes, you have another couple drinks.
Yeah.
You might actually believe that.
He's my prey. Until he becomes the predator and I become his prey. But here's the thing, I think he's cute. He knows how to use a guitar. There could be something there.
Alright. Well, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks much.
Alright, no worries. I hope your friend Ryan's gonna be okay.
Yeah, me too.
He's a good lullaby.
Yeah,
Lullabies too. A few minutes later.
I'm thinking about being man for the next week and a half.
So, didn't cover this while the chaos was happening.
I closed the door.
Yeah, I know. That's through the door.
But I may have accidentally gotten us another roommate. Parrot-headed goblin.
Hello!
Oh, hi! What's your name?
I forgot what his name was. It's so weird.
Like Charlebot or something?
Yeah.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Pleasure to meet you, Charlemagne. Good to see you, sir.
Declan Street.
Takes off the top hat, makes a formal bow, pops it. So, Declan Street, I have a question for you, good sir. Would you care for some buttered toast and a poached egg and a slice of well-cooked bacon? I think you would!
I think we can work something out.
You see him pulling a stool there, and all of a sudden, he's got a frying pan, and somehow an apron that fits him perfectly is there. It's with water and cooking.
Maybe I'm not going to ask. He's pulling the ingredients out of the air.
It's fine.
You didn't have bacon or eggs. Those
Right.
are expensive.
He's like, but you also didn't have me, but you do now. Now, I do have one strict requirement. We do not use margarine. That is for Philistines.
I'm just checking the fridge for no specified reason whatsoever.
Now, this little recipe was taught me by a young
Margarine.
gentleman, French. I don't know if you are familiar with Mr. Bonaparte. Yeah.
You really like the name dropping.
I've been around. I've picked up a few things. Now, this is how he.
We have, you know what? Sean, I'm going to leave you to it. Lewis here is going to hang on your every word while he's looking over Roy. It's fine. He's feeding you.
Lewis kind of gives you the line kind of.
He's giving you bacon. Behave. We have a delivery coming.
We have a delivery coming?
I'll explain it.
Okay, there's apparently a missing aim in this building somewhere, or was. We need to find it.
Of course there is.
Poached egg, bacon, tea, not too much.
As long as it's in a cup that does not involve people.
Why would it involve people? Lewis, I will.
We got so burned.
We will eat him.
Lewis,
Yes.
you're in my house.
You're right. I apologize, Declan.
No worries.
No eating the bird.
Damn it.
Alright, come on. So go back down to the front of the building.
You
Sit down.
as you leave, you hear him singing "It's a Long Way to Tipperary."
Okay, Magnus, please make sure Lewis doesn't eat Charlemagne.
No, that's not my job.
He won't. We told him not to.
Cat, bird.
We told him not to. He's in our house.
Okay.
Lewis
all
takes
right.
hospitality.
God
very
damn it!
seriously.
All right.
Max, put the fucking guitar away. It's looking at me weird.
So just sit down on the front step.
Yeah.
So how was your day?
So managed to lose Magnus immediately.
Freaking moose parrot.
Mouse parrot.
Mouse parrot.
And so he somehow got
Oh, now I'm picturing a fucking parrot with moose antlers.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, it could be a variation on a Ebola.
I'm just picturing just, hello. Ow! He just has like 2 sticks with wheels on it just underneath the others so he doesn't like one way or the other.
Well, there's also the Bemola, which is a winged moose person. So now just replace the white wings with parrot wings and we're good to go.
There you go.
Sorry. Where were we?
I don't know, we
How
started
was
talking
your
about
day?
Mousicus.
So, managed to lose Magnus immediately, of course.
Naturally.
And he supposedly got a letter written by me, which I did not write, telling him to meet me in the Leviathan brothel, which eats its patrons as payment.
It's called the Leviathan, why would you go in?
Magnus is an idiot.
Just pass the flask.
Sip, pass it back. So, we went in to get him. Unfortunately, everyone else fell under the spell.
Naturally.
Raven, however, was moving slowly, so she didn't get very far. Ended up, well, I mean, I snapped into it by smashing his head into a table. Then grabbed Zed, pretty much the same routine. Oh shit. Can you help, like, keep Mix off of me? Cause, no, she was in the middle of someone and I did the skin thing. Cause it's really, there was nothing to smash her head
It's
into.
gonna make things awkward when you and Fox hook up.
Sorry, what?
You have no social skills at all
She
whatsoever.
hates me.
No, she does not. She has all of the social skills of a 5-year-old. She pulled on your hair because she likes you. She's also like 6 months into this whole nightmare thing, so the Fox thing is kind of confusing her.
Okay, well,
Seems nice though.
No, she really doesn't.
No, she's just kind of confused. She's in that stage where she thinks if she's a cunt, you'll kind of see past the rough edges and see the tender heart that's between her tits.
Wow.
What? Tell me I'm wrong.
That's a terrible idea.
What? Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't.
There you go. Anyway. Could you explain to me exactly why Mix has a fucking guitar that looks like it came out of Soul Calibur?
So, the actual goal of going to the undermarket was to get instruments. Enchanted instruments. Everyone else got sane ones. Mix
found
the people guitar.
Right, she found the instruments that Gwar left behind. Fantastic.
I tried to convince her not to. But, bonus, they're stuck helping me find the aim and return it.
You just get friend in the basement for it.
They're not necessarily better at finding things than the rest of us.
No, but if we're not looking, we can do it faster.
That would help. Man, why did I not get that ability?
I don't know.
That is so not fair.
No, it is not.
But, yeah.
Say have fun. Put them here.
For a certain definition of fun. Managed to drag everyone out. Somehow I ended up with dragging... Oh, I ran into Fox, like literally in there. And then somehow ended up accidentally grabbing her instead of Raven when we went out of the pub. And then we had to go back to grab Raven.
When you bumped into Fox, did you make skin contact with her?
I'm pretty sure not, because like she didn't keep everything pretty much covered and didn't touch my face.
Alright.
Also, she's a little more sane than that usually tends to kick in.
She left you a summoning cord in the back of your guitar.
Just a little.
It's an impressive enchantment, though. I've got to admit.
I also have no idea how she did the healing spell. Well, I was doing the music, still have no fucking clue.
Same way you calm people down, convince them. Music. She's just convincing the body to expel the venom. It's more of just extend. It seems to me it's like more of an extension of what you were doing, just next level.
She's been at it for 6 months, and you're saying she's doing next level shit I can't.
She started with a different level. She's not
better. I know, I'm
she's
not.
Just in a different part of the building.
Oh, come on. I couldn't not give you a hard time.
That's true.
Yeah, fun. You got a kick-ass guitar.
God damn it, Max! Put that thing away! Fuck you, Magnus! Fuck you! You need to appreciate my art!
No, you need to put that thing back in its fucking case!
Door opens. Lewis is standing there. The children are fighting.
Yep. You know how to stop it. Because I sure don't.
I do.
Oh, very well.
I need to mix in one piece.
Children, if your bickering interrupts Roy's healing, despite being in someone else's house, Lucas and I have concurred that Lewis is fully prepared and allowed to kick every square inch of your scrawny asses.
Sorry.
Lewis?
Thank you. Door closes.
Fucking hate that guitar. It fucking fucking oozes.
Do you know what though? Put her front and center when you're put her front and center when you're playing that song. I can see you looking at me from the bushes.
Okay, but we're gonna have to do some serious stage planning here because no one wants to be anywhere near them.
At this point in the time, the camera's kind of like pulling
Anyway,
out, and the
ask me
credits are
ask me
starting.
how my day was.
How was your day?
I helped ladybugs get laid.
Really?
Yep. Oh, and I killed a mob boss.
Sorry, and you led with the ladybug part.
Well, that was the first thing that happened, and then that actually got me in the gate, so I could kill the mob boss. It's a very helpful ladybug. I mean, I had everything all figured out. He has his dance moves, you know. He has all of his he has all of his seductive skills, and all he just wants to shag and shag and shag, and then have someone eat his head.
Wait, do ladybugs do that?
These ones did. Apparently there were 6 of them, so they started to play cards over it.
Okay, got it. There were 3 ladybugs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gotta have to watch where I walk.
Oh, no, you don't see them, not that big.
Oh, okay. You're making faces.
I'm just imagining it. And
It's just like it's slowly panning out credits.
credits are going. So we've got the.
Our lives are complicated.
Yeah. I should probably say hi to, Janice, I think? I mean, I think that's her name? I only know her by description.
Oh, the other one. I thought she was one of yours.
I think she is. She's supposed to be part of my fleet. I've never met her.
Huh. And then, yeah. Politeness was
The screen goes to black.
Yeah, okay.
After
Can I have
credit,
another swig of that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
we see
And
the
seeing as the booze is from you, would you like the explosion-proof bag?
I mean.
camera opens up on the remains of the mansion. What did you do? No, it was a really good idea. I combined a nun and a fir tree and a cougar. It's great. How much do you drink? Just a bottle? Well, you told me to. Where did you even find a nun? France. You went to France? No, I brought her here. What was going through your head? Chardonnay? No, wait. See what I did with this? Oh, this is not the weirdest thing you've ever done. I've had 3 of the bodies and I put them together. Look, it's a meat puppet. And when you blow on the spinal column, they scream in different octaves. It's great. Okay, you are cut off, and when you sober up, we're going to have a talk about this. You just hear blowing and like somebody screaming, a guttural, like throaty scream. This music, so beautiful. Camera goes back to black.
Thank God. The cigarette smells kind of fucked.
You see Lewis. I don't get it. He's in the basement of your wine cellar. It's like, it's an art form, you see. You put it foremost so people respect it. It's a bottle. Yes. Filled with liquor. Yes. You understand? No. Ah! It kind of fades out.
So he's getting chased out of the cellar is what I'm hearing.
Next one is like. The next one is like rehearsal, and you see the drums, and freaking Zed is just wailing on it, and he's just giving it what from the sweat's dripping off him. It sounds like taiko drumming at this point. And then you've actually got Magnus, and he's jamming out. And
wait, Magnus? Why is Magnus playing? He's not in the band.
no, he's not, but he's jamming out, and he's actually working really well. Like he's got some some good chords to it. He's just going with it. And they're kind of grooving. They've got some good rock going on. And so occasionally they'll kind of mellow it out. And then a moment later, you just hear this frenetic screaming, and like Mix is there, and she's like doing all the head thrashing and acrobatic moments. She's got the guitar behind her head, and you see Magnus kind of like inching away, and somehow Zed is trying to move the drum set away, and she's like spiraling, and like blood is like spilling
At some
every
point,
which
it's going to
way.
end up with us all falling off the stage, trying to inch away from Mix.
Camera fades to black, and then it fades in like one more time. It's a close up of Fox, mouth open, on Declan's pillow, with a flask. And you hear knock the door, and it's Roy's voice. Hey, Declan? Declan, you here? Oh, I'm not feeling so good, and there's some kind of like orangutan making bacon, poached eggs. I just wanted to say, hey Declan, you sleeping, buddy? Just wanted to say thanks for everything. Lewis told me what happened. Are you okay? It sounds like you're choking. Hey, you're not Declan. Ah! And it kind of fades out.
Poor Roy.
And that is game.
Nice.
You both have a medium milestone to spend before next game.
Okay.
I just want another fate point.
So
What's medium?
I will have to look that up. Or you can look it.
Oh, we both know that won't happen.
Yeah, we know. Animal is going ape shit on the drums. He really is. He really is.
This takes back to
The fact that they have scrawny ass, yes. Lewis is based from Vincent from the 1980s Beauty and the Beast.
The one with Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A young Ron Perlman too. He was so good in that. He was so
Linda
good.
Hamilton.
Yeah. I will say that their first season and their last season were their strongest seasons.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast? There were
Yeah.
seasons?
Yeah. Multiple seasons.
They lived in the sewers.
Really,
underground.
really good.
Yeah, urban fantasy. They lived in the sewers underground. It was really done well. It was well ahead of its time. And then they tried to do a reboot where everybody looked like they came out of a GQ magazine.
It
Yeah, Hollywood.
It's like, oh, I'm Vincent. I'm a metrosexual with waxed eyebrows, and
Oh god. Okay, so
I watched half of that episode. I turned it off.
I have all the respect for Kristen Crook because she is a phenomenal actress
Yes.
and Canadian. She's even better. However, when the selling point for like the Beast, because one of the whole things is you're supposed they did go with the aspect of it wasn't necessarily a physical thing, but there was a lot of the like the mental aspects of an animalistic nature. Okay, that's fine. I get that. But if that is the case, then don't give him any blemish or scar. Because when Vincent, the Beast in this particular case, has a scar and looks like a fucking GQ model, and it literally, and he would hide it like he was ashamed of his scar, like it somehow some way deterred from the rest of him, like no please do not look upon my visage, it is scarred. If only there was some idiom where people would like, chicks would dig scars or something, maybe then we could be, but no.
Or
I am hideous.
Or a strange substance to paste over the wound to hide it.
If only there was this something that I could put on myself to make up for the fact that there was a scar on my face, maybe then we could be, my love, but no.
Can you actually pull up a picture of Vincent, the Ron Perlman one, and show Mariah? Because I don't.
No, I've seen it. Yeah, I've looked
You
this
have?
up before. I have not
Okay.
seen the show, but I've seen the pictures
Okay.
because you've used this reference a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can actually show it on the stream. I mean, that might be
Oh yeah.
that might be pushing things. I don't know. I don't know what the laws are about that.
So when I said a scar on his face,
Oh, that poor monster
yeah,
with
I
his come hither eyes and his chiseled chin, his immaculate hair, and his.
oh my,
Little gent in the
oh my
light
god,
scratch.
oh my god, look at that man with his 5 o'clock shadow and his chiseled jaw and his piercing gaze and his come hither lips. My god, he's unappealing. God damn it, guys!
You know when Gilbert Gottfried read 50 Shades of Grey? This is the reverse of that.
By the way, if you haven't actually heard Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey, you should just YouTube that now, because,
I still maintain that he would have been the perfect Red Lantern.
Oh god. Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried is a Red Lantern.
Oh.
Just him. Not even like him playing a character. Just Gilbert Gottfried getting a Red Lantern ring. Like, how would that even work? I had a career once! And now I went from being a parrot to now I have a red ring. And it just makes me angry. And when I get angry, I sometimes make a blunder. I don't know why. Anyway.
Why? DC missed an opportunity there. Like, with a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, they really, really did. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun. Back to the normalcy of Arden City.
Yeah, no more undermarket.
Yeah.
For at least a few games.
Yeah, you did your shopping.
Actually, half it.
You touched the
Just a
camera?
leg, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the thing. Okay.
Right.
Alright, well thanks Ian, it was good to see you and everybody else.
Have a good night.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.
See you next week.
Absolutely.